Okay. Fuck. It's fucking freezing. It's freezing in here. I'm going to look up how cold it is. I'm going to look up the... fuck! I'm going to look up the temperature. That was a terrible market this quarter. Well, you know what, Captain Japan? You can eat my shit. All right. Okay. Let's see. It's got to be at least 5. It's got to be 5 degrees in here. 54. Wait, no. 52 degrees. So it's fucking freezing. So everyone out there in the country who says that I don't know what cold is, guess what? 52 degrees in San Diego. Fuck you. Go ahead and call in on Skype. Our name is Mega64 Podcast. And we're going to talk about the weather, which is a really exciting subject. Walter Pickles is laughing that it's 52 because it was less than 0 last week. Well, you must live in a piece of shit town. Okay? You suck. Sorry you live in Sucktown, but I live in cool city, USA. -10 a week ago? Fuck that. You made that up. I don't think it gets much colder than 52. 52 is freezing. Is technically, right? Isn't that how you make ice cubes? 52 degrees. All right. Go ahead and call in on Skype. Our name is Mega64 Podcast. And we could talk about the election. We could talk about the issue at hand, which is the climate change. The world is getting colder. You could talk about upcoming games that are coming out. We got all kinds of stuff coming out next week. We got the Nintendo. No, that's not out next week. We got Yakuza and Resident Evil. And when does Nier come out? That's March, right? So that's not now. We could talk about the world at large. Go ahead and call Mega64 Podcast on Skype. Let's talk to Damn Beaver. Dan Beaver. Dan Beaver. Dan Beaver. Fuck. Let's talk to Sammy.
Hello?
Sammy.
What's up?
Is that your name, Sammy?
Yeah.
Did anybody call you Sam, or does that bug you?
It doesn't bug me, but I prefer to be
You
called
don't like
Sammy.
it, right?
Yeah.
What about, like, Samuel?
Nah.
That's not
People
even
always think that's my real name, though.
That's not correct. Is Sammy short for anything?
No, but I constantly get asked that. I don't know
Oh,
why.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
No,
I hate
it's
name questions, and I just did it to you, so I apologize. Because
It's
people are
all
always
right.
like, Rocco, is that like Morocco? No, it's not. Shut up. Anyway, what did you want to talk about? What statement? What should be the gimmick to these calls tonight? Because I feel like if it's too loose, then there's no structure. Maybe we should have a gimmick.
I don't know. I mean, you constantly get asked about figures, and I was going to ask about that. I don't think it should be the theme, though.
Yeah, no, you can ask about that, but going forward, we should have a theme. Maybe the theme should be, make your statement. Like if you have a statement, what's your statement? Or I'll spring it on people. I don't know. Anyway, what was your question?
Well, I just ordered the PlayArts Kai Sephiroth that came out.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, guess what?
What? Did you already order it?
Just paid for mine. Just
Sweet.
did.
I did mine.
Seriously, moments ago.
I did mine a few hours ago. Like
Nice.
I think around like 1 or something.
We probably did it at the same time, and two Sephiroths in the Japanese factory got parted and separated at birth. And one's going to Sammy and one's going to me. And that's two wings for one angel separated to be a one-winged angel each. It's like two turtle doves. You know about two turtle doves, right?
Yeah.
You give one to someone you care about very much, and you'll be friends forever. And a good deed counts for double on Christmas Eve.
Well, I wish I
Anyway,
could
thanks
order
for
this
your
on
call.
Christmas then.
What? What?
Wish I could ordered this on Christmas then.
Yeah, it counted for double. We could have done a good
Yeah.
deed.
Shit.
Do you live with pigeons? Sorry,
No.
dumb question. Anyway, so what were you gonna say about that? Sorry.
This was the first figure, even though I've been collecting for like 3 or 4 years now,
Yeah.
where it was actually like over 100 for me, or just
Yeah.
about.
Yeah, it was about, it could have been worse, but the yen is so weak right now
Yeah.
that I think I paid a little on, I think I paid, close to that, but not quite that, I think. I could be wrong, because I got other stuff too, but I'm not sure.
So I was thinking, do you remember the first thing you ordered, like figure-wise, that was about 100 or a little bit
Oh,
over?
yes, I
What was
do,
it?
because there's not that many, honestly, because once it goes over 100, I'm like, it stings. But I believe they did a statue of Sylvia from No More Heroes,
Oh,
where she is straddling a light. Wait, how old are you?
19, sorry.
Okay, so I could say these things to you. She's straddling a lightsaber.
Yeah, I
Just
think I've seen that in the
and
video.
she's looking hot. All right, no, but anyway, they never make stuff for No More Heroes. I mean, that is so rare,
Yeah.
and that's one of my favorite games. So it was like, I think it was 105 or something. It was like, okay, fine. And then I ordered it. Yeah. I had bought things before they came close, 70, $80.
Yeah.
Even that, it stings. But that was one where it was like, okay, it's over 100. I'm going to bite the bullet. It's rare that I'll do that now. Every now and then something comes along, but yeah, that's the first one I can think of.
Yeah. Like I think the most expensive before this was a Godzilla figure for 50.
Ooh, what
Yeah.
version of Godzilla?
Godzilla 2000.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I couldn't get Shin Godzilla.
Oh, okay. That's
He's
fine.
fucking expensive.
Yeah, I believe you. Well, anyway, thanks for your call.
Oh, real quick.
Yeah.
Are you getting Cloud and what's the other one that's coming
Barrett?
out at the same time as Cloud? Yeah. Fuck, I drew a blank on that.
I have them pre-ordered just in case, but I
Yeah.
can't decide because they're going to be out before the remake is out.
Yeah.
And it's like that debate of like, well, I don't know, is the remake going to be awesome or bad?
Yeah.
But then again, Cloud is Cloud, and that's a nice Cloud figure, so I might just get it anyway.
That's how I felt about the 15 figures, and I was like, I'll wait till after the games. But now it's like possible.
The 15 player Sky came out, the Final Fantasy 15, and they released them. Typically Player Sky, you want to pre-order them because they might not come out, or they might sell out. But yeah, it was before Final Fantasy 15 was released, and it's like, well, I can't justify $400 to buy all these dudes if I hate the game. I did get the deluxe edition of the game though that had, I do have Noctis.
Nice.
But I figured like, well, I could sell this whole package if the game sucks. But it's kind of whack to sell it before the game. Now, the one time I did go all out though is when the Phantom Pain was coming out, Metal Gear.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not going to get this stuff because I don't know if the game is cool yet. And then I looked at it and I was like, Rocco, when have you gotten a Kojima game and didn't love it? Like what universe do you live in that happened?
Yeah.
Just spring on it. Like, seriously, sell it if you hate it, but come on. So I bought Skullface and I bought Quiet. Play Arts Kai figures, big ones, before the game came out, and now that quiet is so valuable.
Is it?
I should have kept that in the box.
Oh.
It's worth hundreds and hundreds.
Oh wow.
Um, I should have kept that in the box. I think the other one that's worth a ton is Cyborg Ninja from
Oh,
original
I
Metal Gear
wish I could
Solid.
get a figure of him.
Yeah, and I got that right when it came out, and I opened it. But you know what? I like that one too much. I wouldn't sell that. But the quiet one is fine, but I could do it. You know, it's like I'd rather have
Yeah.
$500 in my pocket. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
And plus, with that amount of money, they made a way hotter statue of her, so I could have got that, and it's almost life size.
Oh,
You know,
damn.
draw your own conclusions on that. You
Some
know,
hot glue
I
accidents?
don't want to. I don't want to draw any diagrams, but I'm just kidding. I would have got D Dog.
Oh yeah. I saw that was on sale on Hobby Link Japan one time for like I think 30. I should have gotten it
Oh,
then.
really? Damn! I paid a lot for
Yeah.
that. I actually I did get the Play Arts D Dog,
Yeah, it was the player
and it was
version.
like $80. That was
Yeah.
a rip. And you know what? The people voted with their wallet because yeah, it being marked down to $30, it's not. No one wanted to pay 80 for that.
Yeah.
Garrett wasn't going to get it, and actually, I got it for his birthday because I was like,
Oh,
$80 is a lot for a dog, but Garrett deserves it. He works hard for us,
yeah.
and he wouldn't have got it otherwise. So here's D Dog.
Hmm.
Did they ever
Nice.
say what D Dog stood for? I mean, it could be Diamond Dog, but is it like damn dog? Is it like Damn Daniel? I miss Damn Daniel. I don't know. I didn't see that at all. I dodged that meme. What are some memes that you've dodged? Is there any meme out there that you know is big, but you
Uh,
avoided it completely?
oh god. I think the damn Daniel one, and then that like what the dude with the salt that's going around now.
Yeah, you know what? I actually was at ground floor for that one. People were
Uh,
showing me the clip of that guy sprinkling the thing right away, so I can't say I avoided that one. I'm in deep on that one. But I'm trying to think. There was another me like I feel like Chocolate Rain was like, why is everyone watching this? I didn't. I was like outside of that. Trying to think of another one I was outside. Like I totally missed that. Uh, shit, I can't remember other ones.
I know that
Oh,
you're always
pen, pineapple pen, or whatever that
oh
is.
yeah that fucking thing.
I don't. I don't really have any information on why that's big or anything like
I,
that, so I'm outside of that one. I'm happy about
yeah,
that.
there was that one when 50 Shades of Grey came out.
Yeah,
Yeah, I avoided that one.
where it was like my interests are eccentric or whatever he said.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I understood that meme. I didn't. I guess I didn't avoid that one, but others I did. Anyway, thank you for your call.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, take care. All right, this is a very special stream. Let's talk to Dorks Walmart.
Oh, hey,
Oh, hey,
check it out. Um, let me
check it
talk this through.
out. Check this out.
So,
What up? What up? What up? What up, G?
nothing much.
What
Is
up,
there a,
G?
is there a theme going on, or should I?
Go ahead and make your make your statement.
My statement is actually my question.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, for since it came out, I heard devastating reviews for Disney Pixar film Cars 2.
Yeah.
Watched it the other week.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty good.
Hey, we're on this cast. We're talking about the truth that people don't want to hear.
Hmm.
And I'm sorry if it hurts the people who hear this, but Cars 2 is not that bad.
Yeah, it's not
Now,
that bad.
no one's on this stream. No one on the stream is saying it's great, but it's not that bad. And I'm gonna go even more. I'm gonna get even more controversial.
Hold on, Rocco. You
Yeah.
want to say hi to my mom?
Yes.
Yo, Rocco.
What up, G?
Where you hanging, Rocco?
It's just, doing as good as I could, I suppose.
Okay.
How y'all doing?
Pretty darn good.
Yeah, how's he doing?
I don't know. We're on news blackout right now.
Yeah, well, okay. Well, how's that going?
Good. Awesome.
All right, now how you doing?
I'm awesome.
How's the family?
Pretty darn good.
Yeah.
Eli's having a good time here, but I'm gonna let you go.
And what you been up to?
Washing dishes.
Oh yeah, how are they doing?
So you just keep saying the same thing.
No, he's talking to you, Mom.
Okay.
So,
Hey, how you doing?
yeah, hold on. I gotta say goodnight to my mom. I love you,
Oh,
Mom.
how's she doing then?
I hear she's doing good. She says she's doing good.
That's nice. That's nice. What you been up to?
She's been watching. She was watching a movie before.
Oh yeah, how's that going on for you?
I think she liked it. It's pretty.
Nice, nice. What y'all been up to?
Right. She's gone now.
Okay. So anyway, what I'm about to say is shocking. Cars 1 is great.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I thought Cars 2 was better than Cars 1.
Oh, no. I don't agree with that. I'm sorry. Cars 2. Now, here's the dichotomy. I don't know the true meaning of that word, but that's what I say. Dichotomy. Now, Cars 1 is an underrated, understated movie about the people in your life that you take for granted. The people in your life who are not necessarily in front of you in your sight at all times, that are constantly rooting for you and pushing you to go further. The people who help you that often go unappreciated. I think it's a great film about the unappreciated of America. I think it's a great film. I think people are dismissive of the NASCAR tone and immediately check out, and I think that is wrong. And in this time when animation is at a very good time. Right now, people's acceptance of animation being colorful and vivid and different, it's at an all-time high, but people are still dismissive of Cars in a way that is very much a very 2006 state of mind, where it's just, oh, Larry the Cable Guy's in it? Ugh. Yuck. Ugh.
Yeah.
And that's it. But it's like there's so much more to it than that. Now, Cars 2, I don't think is that bad, but it's a children's movie. But what I appreciate about Cars 2 is it didn't try to be Cars 1. It was its own thing, and it gets props for that.
I feel like I should rewatch Cars 1 because I watched it a very, very long time ago, and I was a lot younger when I watched it.
Yes.
But the thing I liked about Cars 2 was I went into it expecting, another racing movie, it is so weird, and there's so many decisions in that movie that everyone puts it off as like this cash grab thing. Oh, they just made it to make money. But the fact that Mater's the main character now, and it's a spy movie, and it's a bizarre choice for a sequel to a movie about cars.
For something that they call a cash-in, they could have made it a lot more of a cash-in.
Yeah, no, it doesn't feel like a cash-in at all.
Yeah, and it didn't really have it didn't really have a powerful message to me.
Yeah,
the first one did. I actually got a message from it. Second one didn't. Second one was popcorn. That's not an insult. It was what it was, but it was fine.
That's just what I like when movies are weird and they're not afraid to be weird. And you could tell there was not a single point in it where they said, "Oh, we have to draw this back a little bit."
Yeah.
That's what I like. I like that sort of stuff.
I have to say I'm affected by the message of the original Cars, the first movie. Now I'm gonna drop a bomb. The chat's not gonna be happy with me. I think Cars 1 is better, way better than The Incredibles.
Those are two movies that I need to rewatch, and you know
Yeah.
what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna
I
rewatch
think
both
The
of them.
Incredibles is a good movie that does not have a message that connects to me in any way. It's a good movie, but it doesn't have a message to me that is life affirming or relatable or Cars. I appreciate there are people in your life that love you that you forget about.
Hmm.
The
Yeah.
Incredibles, we're superheroes. We can't be superheroes. I wish we could be superheroes. I know there's more to it than that,
You know,
but it
I
doesn't
haven't
connect to
watched
me.
The Incredibles in ages, but I remember someone telling me that like The Incredibles was this metaphor for genocide, and I was like, I don't remember enough about that movie to say that's even close, but
Yeah.
that's
See,
what
none of that
people.
genocide stuff in Cars.
Yeah, no,
The people
no
are already
genocide.
dead in Cars. It's just
Yeah,
Cars.
just cars. Yeah.
But hey, I got to speak the truth. It's true. What is the best Pixar movie? What's your opinion?
I'm really partial to Wall-E. I don't know why. I'm really a big fan of how I just love that first act so much, and I feel like when they finally get to space, there's just so much going on, and I don't know. I kind of like how cartoony it is,
Hmm.
like the plot at least. But I would say not Wall-E, maybe Up, maybe Up. Those are my two faves.
My opinion, I think you should have stuck with Wall-E.
Yeah, it's
Wall-E,
good.
I think Wall-E is the best.
And I might be partial to it because I saw it in California in the El Capitan Theater,
Oh,
and it
that's
was
cool.
this real big. They had this big like presentation on a
Yeah, yeah,
huge
they do
screen.
that there. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, it's really
Uh,
wonderful.
um, what I find with most Pixar movies, they're not bad. I know I incited a lot of rage with the Incredibles thing, but I don't think any of those movies are bad. But I find that depending on who you are, certain movies connect to you more than others. It's not that any of them are bad, it's different things connect to different people. The message of Cars connected to me a lot. And Incredibles, it didn't. That doesn't mean the Incredibles, or anything like that.
Yeah, no,
However,
no.
Wall-E, I mean, you're dealing with solitude, the end of the world, where
Mhm.
are we going as humans? Big themes for Pixar.
Yeah, yeah,
I like
yeah,
Wall-E. Up probably has some of my favorite stuff from a Pixar movie. The beginning. I mean, enough said.
yeah,
The beginning and lots of the themes in the movie about letting go and stuff like that. I think that's some of the strongest stuff in any Pixar movie. But I do think, and I love the movie overall, but I do think it's a little uneven.
yeah,
There's points where it's kind of like I could do without this. I don't need the talking dogs here maybe, but I don't hate any of that stuff. I just
yeah.
it's
No,
a little
yeah,
uneven.
yeah,
That's the only reason I wouldn't pick that as my favorite because I do there a lot of my favorite stuff is in that movie,
yeah.
but uh, anyway, so I love that. Let's see. I'm kind of thinking through the list here because Derek and I were talking about this the other day. Like, where's our Pixar standing? Let's go through it. Toy Story 1. Sorry, this might be a long call. Sorry, you got me
No, no
started.
problem. No
Okay,
problem.
Toy Story 1, great movie. I think everyone agrees, right?
Toy Story 1 is wonderful. It is really.
Is there anyone out there that hates Toy Story 1? I
I
can't
mean,
imagine.
I've heard people talk about it, but I feel like the people who don't like it just don't like children's movies
Maybe,
or
yeah, could be.
movies in general. But I still hear it to this day from like really bad critics, and I remember hearing it definitely with Toy Story 3 that the Toy Story series was just like commercial to sell toys, and it's just like that. No,
No, it's
you missed
about
the point.
you're not getting it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, Toy Story 1, classic.
Hmm.
Some people okay, so what's after that? A Bug's Life?
I don't remember anything about A Bug's
I
Life.
don't really remember it either.
Yeah.
Isn't that funny? I
Yeah.
think it
No,
was good.
I
But
think it was good, but I don't remember. All I remember is the behind the scenes drama between that and Ants. But that's
yeah.
really it. And I
Yeah.
haven't seen Ants. I know Woody Allen is in it for some reason, but I don't know anything else about it.
Yeah. So that was okay, so there Bug's Life. What was after holy crap, what was after Bug's Life? Monsters Inc.?
No, Monsters Inc. was after Finding Nemo. I know that for sure
No,
because
I
I
don't think
remember
that's
seeing it.
true.
No, I remember. I have a clear memory of seeing Finding Nemo and the trailer for Monsters Inc. in front of that. I
I
think. Let me
think
look up. Let me
I
look up
think
the
you're
list.
wrong.
I could be wrong.
Because I think Monsters Inc. was 2001 and Nemo was 2002, but maybe not.
Let me look up this list. All right, so we got. Hold on. Okay, so Pixar films. The first one is Toy Story, then Bug's Life, then Toy Story 2 in
Oh,
1999.
Toy Story 2 was before Monsters Inc., huh? Wow.
Yeah. Oh, and you know what? I was wrong. You were right. It was Monsters Inc. then Finding Nemo.
Wow. But, for some reason, I kept thinking Toy Story 2 was 2002, but that makes no sense. That must just be when I saw it.
Yeah.
Now, okay, so let's rewind that. Toy Story 2. I thought
Hmm.
that was I thought that was a pretty damn good sequel.
Oh no, it's a great sequel. It's
Fantastic.
wonderful.
I never, when they announced that, I was like, I don't need another one of those. And then all
Yeah.
my friends were like, dude, it was like just as good. Really? No. And great movie. That was a great movie.
Hmm.
So that Monsters Inc. Pretty good. I liked it. Not my favorite, but good.
Mm. You know, speaking of Monsters Inc., I thought the other one that was a movie that didn't have the right to be as good as it was, in my opinion.
Monsters
I
Inc.
thought that the Monsters University.
Oh,
I thought I went into that thinking, whatever, but I thought that was a really clever backstory, in my
yeah.
opinion.
And again, a great example of a message being profoundly connecting. At least for
Oh
me.
yeah,
Some people might not care. But
yeah,
that movie had a message of it's not the end if your plan doesn't go completely, if
yeah.
not
No,
everything goes according to plan, you look at it a different way. Things don't work out for them and they find something else. It's like, they pivoted in life and it was okay. I don't know. I thought that
yeah,
was a great message. And that wasn't like a sappy Pixar movie or anything. It wasn't
no,
like
no.
heavily emotional, but it was mature. It handled that well.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
It was a really goofy film, but it just had a
Sharp
nice hint
writing in
of
it. Yeah.
yeah, it had a nice hint of realism in there, which is nice
Yeah.
for
That was
any
cool.
kid, any film.
So Monsters Inc., the original Monsters Inc., pretty good.
Pretty good.
I love Finding Nemo. That's a strong movie, I
That
thought.
is that I watched that one so much when it came out on DVD. I
Yeah.
just watched it all the time. Yeah, I love that movie. I
Um,
never saw the sequel, which I heard.
uh, Everyone I know loved Finding Dory. I fucking hated it. I went and saw that in theaters, and I was like, "This is a less exciting Finding Nemo." This is the same movie starring a character I hate more. Uh, I don't really want to be here. Okay.
Yeah.
Not that every part was done bad, but I
Mhm.
just did not care about Finding Dory. Yeah.
So
Um,
after Finding Nemo, there was The
was
Incredibles.
Yeah, and again,
Yeah.
I
No.
like it. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, but I don't connect to that one as much as some other ones. That's all I was saying.
Here's what I will say: The Incredibles video game is
Yeah.
terrible. Don't play
Ooh,
it.
not good.
That game. So after The Incredibles was Cars. Which,
I like Cars. I'm not saying it's my favorite Pixar movie, but I liked it.
Yeah, I got to rewatch that one. Then we got Ratatouille.
Now, Ratatouille, I have to say, I saw a double feature of Cars and Ratatouille. I had such a good time with Cars. And then Ratatouille, I was about halfway through, and I was like, I am Pixar'd out. I didn't hate it, but I was like I was like, oh man, I'm getting burnt. And I bailed.
Yeah.
So I can't give a full opinion.
Yeah.
I was not that into what I saw, but I'm not like, I don't hate it because I watched half of it. I can't judge it. I didn't see the whole thing. So, yeah.
Then after Ratatouille was Wall-E.
Yep, love Wall-E. Yep.
Then Up.
Yep, love it.
Then Toy Story 3.
Now Toy Story 3, the first half of that movie, I was like, I like it. Don't get me wrong. But the first half of that movie, I was sitting in that theater. I went to like a midnight thing, and I was watching the first half, and I was like, are we really doing this again? The toys are in trouble? Like, the toys are, got to get away from this angry toy. It just felt like the toys got to escape. Like, I felt like we are retreading ground. And I've never seen a movie stick the landing better than that. The second half of that movie, it was like Splinter Cell with toys, and then it ended on by the way, you're gonna cry the hardest you've ever cried. Here you go, man. So yeah, that was like thumbs up to that movie. Overall, I don't know if I like it as much as the other ones, but it's up there because of its second half, I think. Anyway, that's my opinion.
Toys. Then after that, we had Cars 2, which I like that. I think it's a real fun.
It's
a kids. It's a kids movies first, and
it is, but it's fun.
I said it. I think I said it before, but I almost feel like they were trying to make kind of like a B movie, almost like there's some elements in there that it's like they were trying to make something that was like a B movie. I mean, they even got Bruce Campbell to be one of the cars.
And
I remember,
Oh no, what were you gonna say?
I remember hearing his voice and just being so shocked because it's like Bruce Campbell in a Pixar film. It's just so like weird, but yeah.
I was about to say, shit. Oh no, the way Toy Story 3 ended, I did feel like this is kind of them saying goodbye to the older fans.
Yeah.
I felt like not only was there a rite of passage with the characters on the toys, but it was them saying, all right, time for a new generation to, we you can't cling on to this forever. It's time for a new generation to accept, we're going to make stuff for them. And so that's why I expected Cars 2 to be, it's going to be a children's movie.
Yeah.
And that's what we got. And so, whatever. It was fine. It was a lot of fun. What was after Cars 2?
After Cars 2 was Brave.
Fuck Brave. Fuck Brave.
I like that. Fuck Brave.
Sorry. Brave was so boring. Brave was, you know what? You got this beautiful location, and they went to 2 spots. Oh, I'm in the castle. Hey, I hear there's something weird in that hut over there. Oh, there's like a witch in here. Oh no, she did something bad. Let me go back to the castle. Hey, what do I do about this? Oh, I should go back to the hut? Okay. It's like ping pong between 2 places, and it's just not engaging. Some people I know have been like, oh, I have such a connection to my mom, so that's why I enjoyed it. So maybe that's good, but man, I love my mom, and I fucking hate that movie, so I don't know.
It was weird that she becomes like a bear, and I don't remember. It felt like the whole movie happened and nothing happened. Like it was just
that movie was a POS, man. They turned into a bear. I wish they'd turn into shit and fucking roll downhill because I don't want to see it anymore. There was a lot of behind the scenes like director quitting and stuff like that. So I think it shows there's a lack of vision on that Brave. They should call it Grave because it wasn't good. Bury it. Anyway.
Then after that was Monsters University, which was pretty good.
Great movie. Unexpectedly good movie.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
And then we had Inside Out.
I liked Inside Out.
I really liked
I
Inside
really
Out.
liked it. Good standalone movie. I don't think that's like Pixar's greatest or whatever, but good, solid standalone movie. I thought that was a good movie.
Yeah. And then The Good Dinosaur, which I have not seen.
I watched half of it, fell asleep, and it was about 2 months later, and I went, "Oh, what the fuck? I never watched any more of it." I just lost interest. I did not care. But again, not gonna judge it. I'll watch the full thing.
I heard it went through like development hell, which is
Yeah,
because I remember the original plot was supposed to be like dinosaurs in a city or something like that. Like
that's what I thought too.
they never died, and there's going to be like them in a city. I don't know.
Should call it the shit dinosaur.
Yeah.
Get it? Anyway,
And then Finding Dory, and I have
fuck
not seen that
Finding
one.
Dory.
They've got to give Ellen DeGeneres some more time to shine, you know.
Kids liked Finding Dory. That's cool.
Yeah, no.
I'm a grown ass man, and I'm saying fuck it. When I went to the theater, here, you know what? Let me set the stage when I saw Finding Dory.
hmm
Anime Expo ended.
hmm
I got like no sleep that whole weekend, and then we wrapped up the booth. We tore down the booth by about 5 o'clock that day, and I went, all right, cool. I'm going to my hotel. Went up to the hotel room, fucking passed out in my clothes and everything, face down, fell asleep. I mean, I didn't literally pass out. I just fell asleep. I fell
Yeah.
asleep until like 9 p.m. I got woken up by fireworks. I was like, what the fuck? Oh, it's the 4th of July. So my face is like stuck to the ground. I'm like asleep. My face is like stuck to the ground looking up at the LA fireworks. Boom, 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 boom. I got up, rubbed my eyes, and I looked, and there was seriously a movie theater an inch from the window of my hotel. Like the theater was right outside, and Dory's face was like looking in my window, and I was like, "Holy shit! I haven't seen that movie." So I like hobbled over. I looked like fucking the Hobbit. I was like gimping over. I was half asleep, and I said, "Yeah, give me one of Finding Dory." And I got an ice. I treated myself because it was a rough weekend. I got an icy about that big. That thing,
Yeah.
I got half red, half blue. America, baby. And I sat down in that movie theater. I drank that entire thing, enjoying the air conditioning on a hot night. And I was halfway through that shit, and I was like, this is the same shit with a dumber fish. Ellen DeGeneres won't shut up. Oh, hi, yeah. Can anyone find my parents? Who's your parents? Whose parents? Your parents? My parents?
Oh yeah, she
Shut
does
the
that.
fuck up.
I forgot she does that. I don't know if I could handle a whole movie of her, forgetting things every 2 seconds.
No, if I wanted to see a movie about forgetting things every 2 seconds, I'd go see Memento.
Memento, yeah.
They should. Why didn't Pixar do something like Memento?
Yeah. I think they should have made Memento.
Yeah.
She has tattoos on her
Get
fish
Christopher
body.
Nolan out of there. Get Pixar Memento. They're tattooing. You could do like an Easter egg. Put like Coco, because that's their next movie. Put that tattoo on there. And then like do a funny Easter egg, and then people could go, "Oh, all the Pixar movies are connected, same universe."
Yeah, same universe. They're all in the same universe.
Captain Japan is giving me shit because Larry the Cable Guy is in Cars 2. But you know what? Cars 2 wasn't a remake of Cars 1 with just Mater.
That's true. That is exactly
true. They didn't do that. And Cars 3 coming out, I don't see Mater in the trailer at all.
He's not. I don't. I feel like he's definitely going to be in it. But I don't think he's going to be in it as much.
Yeah.
I have no idea what to expect with Cars 3, but I feel like if they do something that's tonally different than the first two films, I'd be very surprised, and actually I might even enjoy it.
So far, it looks kind of like sad or something. So we'll see. Maybe this is the movie. Maybe this movie's going to be brutal. Yeah. If Lightning McQueen dies and they stick with it, like they don't like bring him back or they don't, that it could be something special. Could be crazy.
Yeah, I doubt they'll kill off Lightning McQueen, to be honest, but
they should do it.
I love the idea of killing off a character that's a main character. like just that early on in the film. Like that's awesome.
I think they should. It should end. He die. No, I think he should be in the hospital, and they go, he's in critical condition, and roll credits on that. That's how Sopranos ended. There were like characters that got shot, and you didn't know if they were going to make it.
Mm-hmm.
That's how Cars 3 should do it.
Yeah. Cars 3 should be really dark.
Mater should die like crazy death in that movie. Like
Mater has car cancer. And he's got a real raspy voice.
Yeah.
He's like, that's from all the car cigarettes.
Mater has to get chemo. And he can't afford it, and it's kind of a thing about like healthcare.
Yeah. No, that sounds really good.
He's like, I used to rely on the Affordable Car Act.
It would really be moving.
Yeah.
Really just a real moving story. I mean, Larry the Cable Guy, he should do a real should come back.
Larry the Cancer Guy.
Larry the Cancer Guy. That would be good.
And have him show up like live action.
Yeah, put him in there, green screen him in there.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, thanks for the call. We reviewed all the Pixar movies.
Yeah.
I think we did a good job.
I guess the only other question is, do you think there's any other piece of media that you love but everyone else hates?
That I love that everyone else hates. Oh, yeah, number one. Number one, I absolutely is The King, and I'm sure there are actually worse things, but right now, if you surveyed the internet, everyone would say this sucks. And it's this is the biggest ratio of everyone hates it to how much like the movie Prometheus came out. Well, you know what? A lot of people hate that movie, but I know some people who like it too. And I don't love it, but I like it, and it's right here. No, I'm talking everyone hates it. I fucking love it. Is the Matrix sequels?
Oh yeah, yeah.
The Matrix 2 and 3. Mwah. Oh, now the first one is the classic. Don't get me wrong, but 2 and 3 are their own thing, and they're amazing, and they are misunderstood classics. Don't get me started on those movies. 2 movies that tell one story about not only causality, cause and effect, but in a way, the telling through human eyes of what the singularity would be, where machines and man unite together to form hyper-intelligence in which neither form can understand on its own. There are people who see the movies that do not understand what's going on, and it's a function of the movies to do that, because you are a mere human. You don't understand some of the hyper-intelligent things that computers and machines are doing. You are intended to not understand some of the things. And, there's parts where people, he meets the architect, and the architect goes off on this massive exposition. And some people say that it's bad that he details all this exposition. But the thing people don't understand is that is the thought of a computer. A computer believes that the right thing to do is to just list information. So if you don't like that part, it's because you're a human. You don't function like a machine. A machine is what would behave that way. It sounds exactly like the thinking of a machine to me.
I've never seen any of the Matrix movies.
So you don't even know what I'm talking about.
I mean, it sounds interesting.
Shit. No,
it sounds
I'm wasting
interesting.
my time. Fuck.
Sorry.
Well, take care. Thanks for your call.
Hey, see you. Bye.
Okay, let's talk to Fort Knox.
How's it going, Rocco?
What's up, Fort Knox? What's your official statement?
My statement is that Gabe's fur may have been white, but that's why Martin Luther King fought for us, so that all of us could be equal. And rest in peace, Gabe.
Yes, Gabe the dog did pass away. I'm honestly very sad about that.
I was kind of more sad about that than all of the celebrity deaths of last year combined.
Yeah.
It was terrifying.
There's something more innocent about an animal death.
Inherently, yeah.
In 2016, my family for many years has had 2 dogs, and in 2016 they both died. And I could give a fuck about any celebrity after that happened. I was like not. Oh, what's that?
It was like you were saying earlier on another podcast where someone was telling you, why would you get a dog? Because it's just counting down until it dies. And it's like,
Yeah.
why wake up in the morning? And it's like, I don't know. It's like you got to take the loss, but it's definitely worth it. Like
Exactly.
Gabe was there for us.
Exactly. Well,
But
did you have a question or a comment or anything else that you wanted to
um,
share?
yeah, I've always wanted to call into the infamous MLK streams. So my favorite Martin Luther King moment would be.
I'm not asking what Martin Luther King moment. That's not.
Oh, I just want to provide one though.
Oh. Oh well. I mean, if you need to get it off your chest, go ahead.
I mean, I only feel it's appropriate. My favorite Martin Luther King moment is the legend that lives on today through these podcasts every year, because although some people might take it as a joke, some people might be like, "Oh, they're being silly." It really is changing the world as we go on. On to my question. I just wanted to,
Yeah.
I feel like that's obligatory. But
What's going on with those hats?
they go on heads.
You don't need to be a smartass.
Oh, I'm sorry, Rocco.
No, yeah, go ahead. What was your question?
So to me, the kind of golden age of Mega 64 would be from 2009 through 2011. Mainly, like you can see through the personal videos and the podcasts, you kind of had this edge to Mega 64 where it was like being so young and being so like I can do anything. Like, and it was like I feel like you guys have always been funny, but I feel like during those 3 years in particular, it was I don't know, it was just like banger after banger. Like honestly, you guys talk a lot in the commentary about not or having trouble with other companies like rejecting your videos, and like you have to always like kind of make up something on the spot
Yeah.
and like just give them that. But I like those videos almost like better. I don't know why, but I think you guys do your best when you have like just a very finite amount of time to do like a big project. But I was curious as to what you think maybe the best years were so far of Mega 64.
That's a lot. That's a lot to take in.
Sorry.
No, because I don't feel like I'm in a period of like. You mentioned that you're young, you can do anything. I still feel like I can do anything. I don't feel like I feel like I have more ability to do things now than back then. But I know what you're saying. I think
Fearless.
it's funny. It's funny because I didn't feel like we put out very good videos in like 2010. I didn't feel like we put out very good videos. I think version 3 came out and I thought I liked that, but I didn't feel like there were particularly good videos. And I remember putting out, what DVD was it? Was it either Nighttime or
Time Travelers?
Time Travelers. And I remember putting that out and people were like, wow, the first half of this is not, these videos weren't very good. I don't think there's that. I think there's a little bit of nostalgia on like 2010, 2011. I don't remember a lot of great stuff out of that. 2009, I remember there being some good videos. That I feel you. But in terms of great years, I don't know. Last year and this year so far have kind of been transitionary in terms of like changing how we do stuff. And so I think our best stuff is still our best stuff that we have worked on either last year or this year is still not come out kind of. So I'm excited about that. But I thought, what was it, like 2014? I thought we put out less videos, but they were like we kind of put out less videos, but worked harder on those videos. And I had a lot of fun. In 2014, I thought there were really good videos.
Some like names of videos from 2014 to kind of judge.
Kudaragi's Way, our Dragon Ball Z live action video. Shit, what else came out in that year? I'm going blank right now. They were just on this Blu-ray that we just put out.
A lot of collaborations, a lot of big time things, a lot of hard hitting.
Yeah.
But I think in terms of what just made me laugh the most, I would say 2014 might be lower. Not saying that again, you guys are always hilarious, but it's just I feel like 2013 is kind of where that like golden age kind of tapered off. But again,
this is kind of getting insulting.
See, that's why I pedaled back, because I didn't want it to be insulting.
You pedaled back.
Yeah, the back
classic back pedal.
Classic. But yeah, I think Armadillo Racer in the chat should change his name to Armachillo Racer.
All right, we're done with this call. The golden years are over, and I'm going to talk to the chat through the. You don't call like that. You just don't call like that. I mean, he's totally right. There's nothing he said that isn't correct. But you got to be rude when you go over someone's house. You got to be respectful to the host. When you go over somebody's house and you go, if I invite you to my home, you don't come in and go, this house used to be better. Even if it's true. You got to be respectful. You got to, some people are probably thinking, oh, what, you're upset because he didn't kiss your ass? Yes, I am. I have a fragile ego. I'm self-absorbed. And I need that affirmation. And if I can't get it from the show, then where can I get it? I can't. I am a digital influencer. And it is all about me. And I need that affirmation, that constant affirmation. If I don't get it at any given point, I look elsewhere, because I need that hit of dopamine to continue thinking that I'm valuable. And if at any moment I don't feel like I'm valuable, I go into panic mode, in which I hang up and I find another source to get it. So if this next call doesn't provide me with nothing but pure, unadulterated adoration and respect, I'll have to move on. Seductress Nathan.
Hey, Rocco, how's it going?
You know what I'm looking for. You know what I'm looking for. Lay it on me. Fuck. Let's talk to Munchies. Whoops. Munchies. Munchies.
Hey,
You know
how's
what
it
I'm
going,
looking,
man?
You know what I'm looking for.
Oh, hell yeah, I know what you're looking for, dude.
Lay it on me.
I know exactly what you're looking for. I gotta disagree with that guy. I thought 2014 and 2015 and 2016, I thought those are the golden years.
No. Hold on. Put the brakes on. I don't know if 2016 was a goal. I feel like we were transitioning into a lot of stuff. I feel like our best stuff did not come out in 2016. Maybe that's me. I was critical of 2016. I was critical. So you saying 2016 is the best, that sounds to me like you're doing a trick to convince me that I'm doing good work when I'm not. So come clean.
Me personally, I mean, I gotta say 2014 was a good year. 2016, as you say, you might think that was a bad year. I think it was a good year.
Not even saying it's bad. It was transitionary. We got a lot of things in the works. Version 4 got, put on from the back burner to the front burner. And that was really exciting. But I feel like there were a lot of things in motion, but not everybody got to see all of it yet. You know what I mean? So that's where I'm coming from. I don't think it was a bad year, but yeah.
Well, it's definitely a good transition if you're getting stuff going now. You know what I mean? I personally think that transition is good for sure, especially.
Cool. Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
No problem, dude. I got you.
Anyway, did you have a question or anything?
I was gonna have a statement if that's cool, and I was wondering if I could share a story after that, if that's okay.
Yeah.
All right. My statement is always be yourself unless you're naturally an asshole, then stop being yourself.
Oh. Oh, hey, I got one.
All right.
Always be yourself, except unless you can be Batman, then be Batman.
Hell yeah.
Classic. Are you a Bat Dad fan?
Am I a Bat Dad? I've heard of Bat Dad.
Yeah, how he's a dad. I don't want to spoil it, but he is like a Batman dad, and it is, for my money, a treat. He yells at his kids in that voice. You know what I love? You know what I love in 2017?
What?
Making fun of Batman's voice. What? I'm Batman. Swear to me. That's funny now. In 2005, it was really funny, but it's extra funny in 2017, 12 years after.
And now they're making that movie, that Lego movie.
Yeah, I hope there's some good voice jokes in that one.
Me too, man.
That's
what I crave.
Yeah. He's gonna be like, swear to me. I can't adult today. I'm sorry about that. Anyway, yeah, what were you gonna say?
Yeah, I just had a story, if it's all right, if you don't mind me sharing it. So I started working about 2 months ago at this nursing home, and I had this, every Sunday they do video mass. And basically what happened was they were giving out communion with a little cracker. You know what I'm talking about, the little cracker.
The classic communion wafer. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. And so we were handing them out. This lady was handing them out from the church. Okay. She hands it to this one lady that's in her wheelchair. She takes it, she puts it in her mouth, and immediately she projectile vomited everywhere. She vomited on her wheelchair.
What?
On the lady that gave her the wafer, like everywhere.
Ew, what?
Yeah.
Why?
And I'm pretty sure she was the Antichrist. Like, because it was literally the lady went the body of Christ, and she went amen, and she just vomited like everywhere.
Pea soup. Was it pea soup?
Crazy. It looked like pea soup, dude. It was gross.
Oh my god.
It was nasty.
Crazy.
I mean, working at the nursing home, it's interesting. You get some stories, dude. You really do.
That's insane. I know people who have worked at hospitals and stuff, working in the food department, and they were always telling me the crazy shit that they see, you know, and the same kind of thing. When you're working in like taking care of people, basically, you always see some crazy stuff. But they said it's an interesting job because day one that you work there, you're scared to pick up the food. I mean, it's like, what happened to who knows what this person has, and you don't want to touch anything. And by day two, you're eating the leftover fries off their plate. Like you're over it by that point. You've seen it all.
Yeah, that's what with me, I'm a recreation aide. So basically it's kind of like always interacting over and over and over again. And like you said, like the first day I was so nervous to do anything, to like even like greet them or like say hi to them. And then like about like a weekend, like I'm so used to everything. The only thing I still get nervous now is that they have certain units, and I get really nervous on the it's dementia and psych issues, and it gets like really bad there. Like I actually worked there today, and you get some characters. There was this one lady who they kind of just put her in there. They didn't tell me her name. I'd never seen her before. Yeah. And she just started walking around, and she was like grabbing people's stuff. She was like stealing stuff. And then eventually an aide came in, and I was like, you gotta get out of here because she keeps like stealing stuff.
Yeah.
Like I was afraid she was gonna like really hurt, like not hurt somebody, but just like.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that's crazy. Well, you've seen it all.
I've seen it all, man. All right.
Well, thank you for your call. I appreciate that.
All right.
Thanks for
good
calling
talking
in.
to you,
Thanks for giving me the ego boost that I needed.
I got you, man.
Because I am I'm a digital influencer, and if I don't feel affirmed at a constant rate, a constant flow of complimentary comments, if I don't get that, I have no self-worth. So this call, it's going to get me by a little bit longer.
All right. Hell yeah, dude.
Take care.
You too.
All right, let's talk to Kevin.
Hey.
Kevin.
Hey, man. How's it going?
You know what I'm looking for.
Yeah, I do, but...
lay it on me.
Right off the bat, I love this stream. I love it so much. You know, something that the internet's really been lacking in the last 3 to 4 years is like a sense of community. Ever since forums started dying out.
Sure.
You know, the old Mega 60 forums, I met some people off the forums. They're really good friends now.
Did you? Really? Are they good people?
Some of them, yeah. For the most part. And, since everything started moving to Reddit, which I love Reddit. That's awesome. It's just kind of hard to foster... any sense of community on that. I don't really know any of these people. Like, I look at their usernames, but I'm never going to remember someone's username on Reddit.
Sure.
But through something like the MLK stream, I've met people at game days.
That's awesome. Oh, that's great.
Talking to people in the chat. It's been awesome. Especially, I've been working crunch time on some animation this week. And I'm working like 12, 14-hour days. So it's just awesome to have the chat there.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I appreciate the kind words. I'm glad that we have helped you in a time of need. What the fuck? No, stop. Sorry, the app started making noises.
So I did the same thing at the beginning.
I was trying to load up the Twitch app and see if I had some element of control for things, but I don't. So there's no point. Anyway, so thank you very much. I appreciate that. Did you have a question or a comment or a statement that you wanted to add?
Yeah, I want to know what your opinion is on comedians, people that do podcasts, or people that are generally in the public eye apologizing for jokes that they've made. Often, I know Dane Cook he got caught doing stand-up, I think it was the week after like a Sandy Hook shooting or one of the big shootings, and he made like a joke about it.
Yeah.
And he had to go out and make like a formal apology. I'm sorry that I said that. I didn't mean it. Yeah. And my opinion on the matter is that the stuff that comedians joke about, like for instance, on your podcast, you make fun of dead celebrities.
Yeah.
You guys say some ludicrous shit. But if somebody will find that funny, but once it comes to something that they hold dear, then all of a sudden you meant it. And that you need to apologize now.
Yeah.
I think that's usually the bad move is to apologize. I think even Jerry Seinfeld recently apologized for something. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah.
I don't know. What's your opinion on it? Do you think that people should apologize if somebody's hurt by something they said, even though they weren't trying to necessarily hurt that person?
Yeah, I think it all comes down to, I agree with what Killer DLS is saying in the chat. Be more funny than you are offensive. That's a good way to think about it. Because I always feel like you can make a joke about anything as long as it's funny as hell. I could say the most offensive thing ever as long as, you know what I mean? Like, there's some people who, I remember seeing a Carlos Mencia stand-up act where he was just saying racial slurs. And there wasn't a joke. He was just
that's like every Carlos Mencia.
Yeah, and it was just like, there's no joke to this. That's offensive to me. He's not even talking to me or about me, but it was just like, this is just hateful and there's no joke. If there was, I'm Italian. If somebody had a hilarious joke about how much Italians suck, so what? It's funny if there's a good joke to it. But if someone just said, hey, you're a fat wop. Well, I'll probably still laugh, but it's not really that funny. You know what I mean? And so, okay, whatever. But that's kind of besides the point. That's not really what you're talking about. In terms of apologizing, I think if it's something that's clearly that's so ludicrously clearly a joke, sometimes it's like, yeah, don't even, just move on. Don't even apologize, just move on. Sometimes you say something that you don't intend or like to have the effect that it has, and you either get things that are like a million hearts breaking, or straight up you get threats. And maybe you're thinking about your family, maybe you're thinking about your friends, and you have that realization. It's, you know what? Fuck it. It's worth just apologizing. And I'm not even saying that's good, but I guarantee that's the thought process behind some of these people. Is sometimes you get into such a threatening situation that it's just worth it for your family or others to be healthy and not hurt, that you just say you're fucking sorry and move the hell on. You know what I mean? So I understand being in that situation. I understand. But, if it's, I don't know. I don't really get that bent out of shape about jokes. And I don't think other people should too if it's a joke. If you're making just a statement, there was like, I remember someone that got cast on SNL like tweeted out like, why do we need black people? Come on. That's not even a joke. That's
What the
like,
hell?
that's just like you know what I mean? There's no, that's not even funny. Like, that's just, so like that, I don't think necessarily, I don't know what that person meant when they wrote that, but just like, there's not even a joke there. Like, why'd you write that? I'm sure she's not even, a racist person, but she thought that was funny, and it fucking tanked. There's no point in writing that, I don't, mean for the sake of mean is not really that funny to me. I like there to be an extra level of irony to it. But again, some people what they were going for does not come across clear. And they find themselves in a situation. And like I said, I don't think 9 times out of 10 it's really worth apologizing over a dumb joke. But sometimes they just see the threatening situation that people they love are in, and they go, I'm just going to say I'm sorry and move on.
Yeah,
It's hard to
I would
say
not-
until you're in the situation. So who knows? But yeah, that's I don't know. It's a complicated situation. What do you think? Am I
it's
am I a
like
wuss for feeling? Am I, like, well, I don't know. I don't have a solid answer on it. I guess that's what I'm saying.
I think if you're doing something in the moment and you don't have, like, tweeting out, I don't like black people or something like that, that's something you thought about.
What's the joke there?
It's not a joke. But if you say something during, like stand-up comedy specifically, sometimes you're just trying out new material. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. You just move on. But, for instance, if you light off a firework and some guy that's standing like 10 feet away from you is like a war vet and he like crumples to the ground because of PTSD, then yeah, you go apologize, and you didn't mean for that to happen.
Yeah, unintended effect.
You're not going to go up to that guy and be like, I'm not apologizing. F you. Deal with it.
Yeah. If I make a joke about Bernie Mac, he's so dead they call him Bernie Corpse. If someone emails me that like that, oh my God, apologize. Why am I apologizing to you? You're not Bernie Mac. Why does it have? But then if like Bernie Mac's family was watching that night and the kids all cried, it's like, I didn't fucking intend that. Like, all right, you might just break down. You might just apologize. It's never as simple as no apology. It's nothing's black and white in that, necessarily. But are people oversensitive? There's extremism. The way I always say it, I always talk about extremism, and there's extremism in everything, good and bad. Are there people that are oversensitive? Yes, but don't let that demonize sensitivity. Sensitivity is a good thing. We should be sensitive. We should feel things, embrace things, feel things, cry about things. I think that's great. But can you go too far? Yes, just like anything, you can. And you can get upset over every single thing you see. And when you get upset, you threaten them. Well, that's extremism, and I don't think that's right. I think everyone could use a little sensitivity on both sides of anything. But extremism in any capacity, I think, is wrong. And if you're someone, if you feel the need to rage about every single joke you hear, maybe analyze that. Maybe are you oversensitive or not? Likewise, if you are someone who every single joke is just mocking a certain person over and over and over because you know you're breaking them, then you're a fucking loser. So, that's how I feel. Extremism can exist in all directions. It's all about every single thing in life. Every single thing in life on the planet Earth is about balance. Whether it's humor, whether it's sensitivity, whether it's your diet. Don't eat too much meat. Don't drink too much soda. Don't have too much sugar. But don't get rid of them outright. Balance. Don't get rid of protein in your, find a balance. Don't not exercise. But exercise too much, well, actually, it's probably no downside to exercising too much. But you can't enjoy your life. Balance. Have a dessert now and then, but don't have too much. You can love someone, but you can love too much. You can, you know what I mean? You get the idea. Whatever. Everything in life is about balance. Find your balance. That's what it's all about. I went off on a real tangent on that. So I apologize that I bored you. But see, I should find balance. Don't have the call go on too long.
Hey, man.
I should have ended it like he hung up. He was bored. He was bored. Who's this?
Yo, what's up, Rocco?
What's your name?
Peshvac, PJ. Call me PJ for short. Well, what's up?
PJ, what's your official statement?
Statement of the night? Okay, it's gonna be a little controversial, but it's honest, it's how I feel. Not my president. Just throwing it out there.
Oh.
It's the truth. It's
Who's
how I
your
feel,
president?
Man. If I had to say, probably Bernie. I would have liked him, but
He's your president right now?
well, I mean, the
I
president.
hate to break it to you. Now, here's the thing. I'm not saying.
Yeah.
I'm not saying. I'm not even saying respect Trump. I'm not even saying you should give him a chance. I'm not saying a single word like that. But guess what?
What?
He's your fucking president.
Ah, fuck.
Yeah. So
Well,
deal with it. No, but seriously, deal with it. If you don't like it, it's time to get active. I put up my fists like we should do something violent, but that's not what I meant.
no.
Deal with the problems, deal with the circumstances, and raise your fist and resist.
I feel that.
Because that is the deal. He is your president, whether you like it or not. So what do? Well, you could sign a petition. You could protest. You could throw a fit. You could write a letter, make a call. No matter what, I think if enough of the energy gets out there, things change, things happen. So who knows? But no sense ignoring the reality. That's how I feel. That's how I feel about it. Anyway, did you have a question?
I did have a question. Sort of a serious one. So if I'm getting too real, just tell me to fuck off.
Okay.
But I've been watching you guys since like 2008.
Yeah.
I still watch you guys. I think you're super hilarious, especially you. I mean, your style of comedy.
Thank you. See, that's what I'm talking about because I am a YouTube digital influencer and I have a very fragile ego. And when I need constant positive affirmation or else I get insecure and I I lose self-worth. So I need to hear how great I am 24/7. And if I don't, I collapse. I can't go on, and I block my haters.
Okay.
Okay. So
Okay,
anyway,
well,
as you were
go.
saying,
Well, as I was saying, with that being said, sort of my question is, since you've been on the internet so long and been running this business of Mega 64 for so long, for you as a creator, what's it sort of like to see a business like Rooster Teeth sort of blow up and explode and become this huge company and have hundreds of employees? And, you guys are still, how, didn't blow up in the same way. You're still sort of this cult favorite
yeah,
group of friends making videos on the internet. What's
yes.
that sort of like for you?
Um,
And once again, if that's like fucked up to
no,
say,
no, no,
but
no, no, no. I like real questions. See, that
yeah,
one guy that called earlier, he was like, "Your golden age is over." Anyway,
yeah, fuck that.
how are you today? He didn't have anything to add to it. But you have a
Mm,
real question.
for real.
That's an interesting topic. So I like this. There's an actual like discussion there. We are definitely, I mean, that's not even that's just 100% reality. We are a cult thing compared to Rooster Teeth. Rooster Teeth has gone on to be this giant company, and we are a company, but we are a small company. We are still very much this niche thing. Uh, and there's good and bad. Uh, I absolutely, I'm not a jealous guy. I'm curiously not a jealous. I'm actually, I'm being real. I'm
Okay.
real about my personal flaws. I'm an open book with that stuff. I will tell you, there are times where I have caught myself being extremely arrogant, extremely self-absorbed, extremely, you have so many people patting you on the back, which I appreciate and I love. You just did it a second ago.
Mm,
There's times that I've encountered that and I realized that about myself and I went, whoa, I acted douchey about this. I acted a little bit full of myself with this. I look back at some, in my 20s, and I just go, wow, I was trying to walk the path of a nice guy, but I was a douche on the way there. Or, whatever. I realize a lot about myself. But one thing that I find is that one thing that I have learned over time is that jealousy never really did me any good. And that was something that I did learn early on because I had that shocked into me. I remember in 2000, I want to say 2008, uh, around that year, I always thought, back before YouTube, it was really unclear on, you couldn't really gauge how big something was on the internet because you would put videos up and it'd be like, yeah, I got I don't know, downloaded a bunch of times, but you didn't have a hit counter, you didn't have a YouTube view counter, So I thought, our stuff was all over the place, and so in my book, I was like, we got to be one of the biggest things on the internet, right? I really thought that. I really thought, not that I thought we were the biggest thing on the internet. I knew there were things like Homestar Runner and other stuff that were bigger, but I still thought, man, we're huge. And then 2008 was when we became YouTube partners, and we really started plugging away at YouTube. We were on YouTube in 2006. Sorry, you're gonna get a long call here.
no, that's
This is
not
gonna
long.
this is gonna
I
go
like
on
it.
for a long time. But in 2006, we entered YouTube. But 2008 was when we really committed to YouTube and we became partners. And we were pumping out a lot of great videos. And I realized, man, we get like 12,000 views, and other stuff gets like 2 million. And then Rooster Teeth went on YouTube and they started getting millions. And it was like, wow, we're not that big. I had a real crash in 2008. But really early on, I don't want to say this like I'm talking about Rooster Teeth or I'm insulting them, because I'm not. I really respect Rooster Teeth a lot. But an entirely separate realization I had was early on, I was around other YouTubers because we're close to LA. So we would get invited to events where there were other YouTubers. And I saw the shit they were doing. And I saw how fucking miserable it was. Other YouTubers were vlogging and not, vlogging. I'm not saying there's anything wrong if you want to do that. I kind of do that sometimes. But doing it out of necessity, it was like, God, I got to film this. Okay. I encountered a lot of YouTubers who told me how drunk they had to get before they started making their videos because they were so like, oh, let's just get fucking hammered and do this. I've never once in 14 years of making internet videos have ever groaned or thought I need to get fucking inebriated to enjoy this, or at any point thought, oh God, I have to do this. There's been a couple videos that maybe we were hired to do something and it started to not be fun, but I made it fun. And I think of all these other YouTubers and channels and stuff that have been at it for years and years, and I know they don't fucking enjoy it. But it's their job, so they have to do it. And hey, it's better than working at, I guess, Carl's Jr. or something. So they do it, but I know they're not having fun. I know they are not, maybe they're having fun. Maybe they're having fun. Maybe because of their fame, they have more fame than us. Maybe they get invited to more cool shit, or they get free shit, or they do fun stuff that I've never done. Maybe. But I know that their day-to-day, they fucking groan. I still show up to work excited to work on stuff. There are days that suck, just like anything you can do. But I realized back then, I went through that funk of realizing, wow, we really aren't the biggest, are we? But I saw other channels have to plug away at things they didn't believe in. Not that they maybe didn't like, but that things that weren't creatively fulfilling. I still show up and I don't know what I'm going to be working on day to day. I show up and it's like, we're going to make this video. Oh, that's not like what we did last week. It was only a few weeks ago that we did a video called Not Goat. And in a few weeks, we're going to be working on some more of a movie. So I have every day I'm met with a new challenge and I love it. So, yes, I am, this is kind of a roundabout way of talking about what you're asking, but I feel very lucky that we kind of do anything and we still have an audience that supports us. Because a lot of YouTubers and people on the internet, when they do something different, they are doing the same fucking thing every day and they're tired of it. And that's the only thing they can do that makes them a living. And if they do anything different or fulfilling, the fans go, ew, what the fuck is this? And they abandon them. Mega 64 fans do not do that. We did that Funny Factory bullshit and people said they didn't like that. So we quickly, so be it. But that's really the only thing I can think of. And that was just stuff we wanted to do because it was stuff that really hardcore fans asked for. They wanted to see another side to us. But we realized, not every fan wants to see that stuff. And maybe by and large, this is not interesting to a lot of people. But we still do that other stuff in other capacities. It's not, whatever. We had to pivot how we delivered it. But even during that, we still had a lot of our hardcore fans. We still had them going, that was cool. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. And those are the people that support us on Patreon. Those are the people who buy our merchandise and keep our lights on. They haven't left. Maybe Joe Schmo, the average viewer did, but the real family, the Mega 64 family, is still here. And I can't be more grateful. Our audience is so great. I am not jealous of these bigger groups. Am I jealous that they have, bigger companies with giant staffs to create bigger scale projects? Yeah, sure. Yeah, I mean, I wish I had that, but I'm not necessarily jealous. And again, I'm not saying that Rooster Teeth are any of the things that I'm talking about. I'm not saying they're all over there and they hate what they make. I'm not saying that, but I've seen other YouTubers that were that way. But Rooster Teeth, they are in a whole different thing. They wanted to make a company that did a lot of different stuff to create a service almost, and that's really, I respect that. They've done something I've never seen before on the internet. But we're not quite the same thing. We want to be we want, Mega 64 to be kind of one big creative movie, one giant fucking mixtape. That's what we want. We're not making a service. I don't hold it against Rooster Teeth that that's what they do. They're making something that is a destination on the internet. That is amazing. They're making their own fucking Google over there. But that's not what we ever wanted to do. We wanted to make fucking movies and short films and fun stuff. And that's what we're doing. And there's people still supporting us to do that. Look at our fan base. When you go to game days, I'm really rambling. I apologize. I know.
No, keep going, man. That's awesome.
When you go to game days, look at the crowd. When you go to any Mega 64 thing where there's a gathering of our people, they are all fucking creative. Hey, Rocco, I made a video. Do you want to see it? Hey, Rocco, can I send you my YouTube channel? Hey, Rocco, can I give you this vinyl record of my band? Hey, Rocco, can I, check out this painting I did. It looks like I painted you in the style of Small World. Hey, Rocco, can, look what I did to, look at this Photoshop that I did. Look at this banner that I did. Everyone's fucking clever and creative. Our fans are attractive. Look at all, I bet you're a good looking dude. Are you a dude?
Yeah, damn right. Good looking.
Our fans are just they got it going on. Confidence is sexy and all our fans have it.
Whoa.
There's so few of our fans that are I suck. There's so few. And if you do think that, you're fucking wrong. Right now, you're full of shit. Our fans are just their own enterprise. Every one of our fans stands on their fucking own and is something, Do you know what I'm saying? And I see a lot of other YouTubers fans, with all due respect to other YouTubers fans, that they just receive, and they don't give. In terms of creativity, they just want to consume, and they give nothing else. That's not Mega 64 fans. They are such a great group of people, and I couldn't be more grateful. So, and I really mean that. That's not the Kool-Aid. I really mean that. I feel so lucky, and I don't think there are some times that I always try to not take anything for granted, but there are days that I have to go, you're pretty fucking lucky you're making this for this group, because the shit that we do would not run well with some other groups of fans or whatever. They would go, what the, this isn't the norm, but you guys don't want the norm. You want to be fucking confused. That's not an insult. I think that's a good thing. So anyway,
yeah, I mean that's all.
Did that go on to? I ran it for 20 minutes. Is that?
No, it was good. Especially about being passionate about making videos. I mean, I used to watch Rooster Teeth in the beginning too, but I sort of fell off, not because of their shit, not shitting on Rooster Teeth, but the reason I stick around with Mega 64 is because that passion is still there in every fucking video. It comes off and
and there's duds because we're human. There are going to be duds, no doubt, but it always comes from us. It's honestly, I'm not saying I'm not saying like South Park is like the greatest show of all time or anything. I mean, I have a lot of respect for. I really like Matt Stone and Trey Parker, but that show I really think has been on as long as it has because the two main guys are still enjoying doing it, even when it sucks. I'm not saying it's all gold, but even when it sucks, there's like a couple guys who still want to doing it. And I think things like that are special. You know, The Simpsons is an example of the opposite, where it's like, are any of the creators involved in this anymore? Like, who's even making it? You know, like,
Yeah.
And so I always want Mega 64 to have that feeling of like, these are the things we want to make, versus not. You know. So anyway, yeah. So. Yeah, Rooster Teeth went in a very different direction and has always appealed to a different audience. Our videos probably wouldn't appeal to most of their audience, and that's fine with me. We found a crowd that likes the stuff that I like and we like to make. I'm grateful because, you know, I am. I could be jealous. I could be jealous of Rooster Teeth. I could be jealous of Steven Spielberg, but we're not in the same arena. I feel like, you know. So anyway, does that make sense? Was that an okay answer?
That was a really good answer. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Sorry, I went on and on and on and on, but you know what it is? I was sick a lot of this week and I really didn't feel like talking and I kept it to myself. And now that I feel better, I just get fucking antsy. Like I have to make up for lost time that I wasn't talking, you know?
Okay. We'll get that out of your system then.
Yeah, I am. That's what I'm doing right now. Because even right now, like there's other stuff I could be doing, but I'm just on here talking. Because once again, don't forget, I am a digital influencer with a fragile ego and I need my voice to be heard. So anyway, thank you very much. Thanks for your call.
Thank you, man. Take care, Rocco.
Take care. Good night. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I'm just seeing who on Twitter is praising me right now. Okay. Let's talk to Nico S. What the hell? Nico? Are you in hell? This call is terrifying. What the fuck? Are you in hell? Like, what happened? Did you get sent down to hell? Are you underwater? I don't like that you could just see the silhouette. This is like some Twin Peaks shit. Are you in the red room? He can't respond back, so let's get him raged up enough that he fixes it. You suck! Nico, you suck! Nico, you suck ass! He's laughing. Nico, your smile sucks. You look like shit! He's loving it. Yeah, we're gonna have to cut him loose. Oh man, name on Skype is Mega64 Podcast. We are taking calls. Important discussions tonight. Let's talk to Chef.
Hey,
Chef.
what's up, Rocco?
What up, G?
Hey, just warning, sorry, I'm kind of like have some allergies, so you may hear some sniffing. That's not cocaine use or anything like that. I just have some allergies, that's all. Hold on. Yeah, just some allergies.
I better not
hear me okay?
Sniffle one.
Sorry. But yeah, I thought that was a great answer. I didn't think it was boring at all.
I rambled a little bit. I could have cut it down.
But yeah, did you need a statement or no
Yes.
statement?
Proclamation. Yes.
Proclamation.
Great
Let's see
angle.
here.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the. There you go. Okay. Statement. I've been seeing this a lot recently on Twitter.
Yeah.
I don't. It's really concerning. I don't like. It's not really my business, and it's not a big deal. But I
Yeah.
don't like when people, their first line in their bio
Yeah.
is that they're a gamer. I don't get
Yeah.
that.
No.
I
hate. Don't define yourself. That's how I
Yeah.
feel. You are a
Yeah.
versatile human being. We're getting real tonight. Tonight is real.
Yes.
I should put a title
Yeah.
on the screen, Reality Cast, because we're getting real tonight. I just don't,
Yeah.
your gaming is your passion, but yeah, I'm a gamer. What? No, you're not. Your name is Michael. Your name is not Michael. But,
Yeah. It's
but
like
you're a person.
Imagine you're at a Christmas party, like at work, and someone comes up to you and says, like, "Hey, what do you do?" And you don't go, "I'm a gamer." Like, what? You say, like, "I work in manufacturing." Like, you know what I mean? Like,
You give a bio.
it's
Your
not
bio. Your
yeah.
bio should be, "My name is Rocco. I make videos as a pastime. I really enjoy Disney and
There you go.
going to Las Vegas and bass fishing." Like you're versatile. Your
Yeah.
bio should be a paragraph, not a sentence. It's like
Yeah.
I don't know, like. Oh,
But
God.
no, you don't see that with any other hobby. You don't see like the first
No.
line of a bio go, "I'm a movie watcher" or "I'm a music listener."
Yeah,
Like it's
I
just
don't know. Some
gaming.
people maybe.
I don't know
know.
what it is. Maybe movie watchers, maybe, but like
Yeah.
I don't know if people are calling themselves a movieist. Or,
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think it's weird. I think a lot of it is just young people having a hard time kind of finding themselves. Maybe they're just young.
Sure,
And
and
they're on the
they
internet,
plant their
you know.
flag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's part of it. But yeah, it just bugs me. I don't know why people do that. That's just weird. Yeah.
That is a little weird. But yeah, I've never been a fan of the gamer term. Just again because it's like I don't know, like why slap a sticker on a cool hobby? I don't know. I don't know. I feel weird about that. Gamer has never been a
It's not even an
favorite
appealing
term.
term. Yeah.
Whoops. Oh, Rocco, I'm a burper. It's like, no, that's one thing I just did. That doesn't
Yeah.
define me. Oh, that was fucking Thai food, dude. Fuck. Oh, fuck me. It smells like a spicy fucking, it smells like Jesus H. Christ. Anyway, did you have what did you have a question or beyond that or?
Yeah. Just a quick question. Or actually, a funny thing is, I used to call in. I've been calling in since like 2008, and my call would never get answered. And my name was Saferoth, which is like my handle I go by on like PSN.
Oh, really?
And I changed it to Chef Seth, and you guys have answered all my calls almost every time. So I just thought that was funny.
I don't know. I never made any conscious thing to not answer. I don't know what that's all about.
No. I think maybe it's just easier to say, so you're more likely to click on it.
There
It's
have been a
clickbait.
couple. I will be honest. There have been a couple names in Skype that I intentionally didn't answer because their name sounded like shit. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, like some big 10-sentence joke. I'm not gonna pick them up, but I don't remember Saferoth being an issue.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
it's a weird name, but yeah, I don't know if you talked about this, but when would you say is like the time when people just kind of miss the point? I see this a lot with like movies that are more like cerebral, like Nolan movies and stuff like that, or like really popular movies that take a little time to think. Like I remember Inception, people coming out of the movie like, did the top fall over, which was not the point of the movie. But people going to Google and looking up to see if the top falls over at the end of Inception, and I'm like, you're asking the wrong question here,
Yeah.
But I feel like that a lot, especially with movies. I get why when people do stuff like that, I get why movies are nowadays are more like simple.
Yeah.
Just because people would just miss the point.
Yeah. So what is your question about that?
Oh, did you have like any kind of thing that you could think of where like people just completely miss the point on something?
Oh yeah.
they just missed out on?
Lost. How Lost ended.
Oh, yeah.
Have you
Lost,
seen
that's
it? Do you
a big
know?
one. Yeah, I recently watched Lost.
Okay.
What's funny is I actually watched Lost after the show had ended.
Yeah.
And I binge watched through it. And I binge watched through it. Spoilers, sorry for the chat. That all I knew about Lost going in was, oh, they're dead the whole time. And by the time I got to the ending, I didn't know how people came up to those conclusions.
Yeah.
Like close friends thinking that they're dead the whole time. I was like, you missed so many layers of this. No wonder you're sit on the show.
And what I mean by that is when the show ended, I knew so many people who binged it on Netflix that were going, well, and what was the polar bear? And it's like this show just gave you the meaning of life and what happens after you die.
Yeah, it's like they showed you the forest and you're like crying about the tree. Like you're missing the bigger picture.
I mean that show ends with the meaning of life and what happens after you die. And people were like, but who was the polar bear? Man, you are thinking about the wrong thing, man.
Yeah, it's like, how can an island do that? It's like, have you not been watching since season 1?
Yeah.
Like, we're on a magic island. Like, that's like half the answers to all these questions is it's a magic island.
And I'm not even saying it's just, there's answers to stuff, but it was just in terms of the ending and being upset over it. It was just you're focusing on the wrong thing. There was a movie. There's a movie that was like that too. I knew a lot of people. I kind of felt that way about this. Is a little bit weirder, but did you see the movie Under the Skin?
Oh, the Scarlett Johansson movie? Yeah, I did. It's been a while, but yeah.
Yeah, I really liked that movie. I knew a lot of people who hated it because it was kind of like, oh, we've seen an alien falls in love movie before. But it's like, yeah, but that's not... It's kind of the way it's told that is the star of the show here, not so much that it's about that. You know what I mean? It's like you're focusing on a very myopic kind of thing here versus the real star of the show was how something was portrayed. I don't know if I'm making sense.
Yeah. I think like the more the execution instead of the point of it, like the subject instead of the execution.
More just how we arrive there versus the destination.
Exactly. Yeah.
The journey than the destination.
So yeah. I think I felt that way about the Matrix sequels too. The destination was kind of like it wasn't that satisfying, but getting there was fun to watch for 4 hours. So I didn't mind it. Same with Lost,
Yeah. I was gonna say you could say that about 2001: A Space Odyssey too. If you're just looking at the plot points, it's not a very good movie.
Yeah.
But that's not what you're there for. That is not the journey is 2001. I mean, it is literally called A Space Odyssey because it is a journey. The destinations, the plot points, because I watched it with my parents and they hated it and they were like, yeah, the plot was stupid. And it's like, that is not what you watch that for. There's about 4 plot points in that whole movie.
I think they do. At the end, I remember watching that for like a film class. And I kind of arrived to that point.
Yeah.
I had never seen that movie up until then. But when you get to the part where it's just 5 minutes of like psychedelic colors, you're like, oh, okay, this is not a plot anymore. This is just trippy like adventure.
Yeah. It's not really about a particular story point at that point. It's like, yep, that I'm along for the ride. Anyway. Well, thank you for your call.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for taking my call. You have a good one.
Yeah, you too. Take it easy. That was a good call. Our name on Skype is Mega64 Podcast. If you want to get your voice heard, it's freezing cold in here. Let's see what the temperature is now. It must have dipped down at least 10 degrees. Oh, it's 51 now. Okay, who should we talk to? Jacob. Jacob. Goodbye, Jacob. We had a ton of calls and they all disconnected. What the hell is going on here? Captain Mar.
Oh, hello. How is it going for you?
Hello. What's your statement?
Regarding what?
I mean,
just
your official statement.
Official statement? I don't know. Things are going pretty good. You know, gotta look forward to the future.
What's your official proclamation?
Proclamation? Oh, shit. I don't know. I haven't really thought of it that much, but I don't know. I'm just chilling right now. You know, just working, going to school. You just gotta do what you gotta do. Make things better for yourself and others around you.
Word. Did you have a question?
Kind of. I actually just finished watching the podcast on the YouTube, and I agreed with a lot of the stuff you guys said about the Switch. How there was just like a lot of like the bullshit, like 1-2 switch, like
yeah,
just different stuff like that. But yeah, that new Mario game looks amazing. Zelda game looks amazing.
Yeah.
I was watching those and so Splatoon 2. It's like, oh man, these games look so great. And then it's like, oh, they're all coming out later. So, I mean, I always wait to get something later on anyway. I waited like a year or two to get like the Wii U and the PS4. So I have no problem waiting.
Right. I feel that. I feel that. Wait, so what was the question?
Oh, like, is there anything else that you're looking forward to? Like any of the other stuff that was shown in the trailer? Any like games you think that would come out?
Oh, okay. It's starting to rain hard outside. Sorry. It's very distracting.
Oh, no problem.
Whoa. It's coming down. Things I'm looking forward to specifically with the Switch?
Yeah.
That they showed. That's, oh my God. It is coming down outside.
Yeah, it was like this with me like a couple nights ago up in Northern California, raining really hard.
Oh my God. Holy hell. Holy shit. I've never heard it hit this hard in this area.
Yeah,
are you guys hearing that at home? Fuck. I can't believe this. Anyway. Okay, it's dying down. Wow. Whoa, it's like it's turning off. Anyway, what? Oh, so I'm looking forward to Bomberman.
Oh yeah, yeah, that was on the ones I saw. That I was pretty excited for.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to The rain seriously stopped. Wow, that was weird.
just on and off.
Sorry, this call became about the rain.
Yeah, no problem.
I am looking forward to whatever the hell Travis Touchdown is in.
Yeah, I don't even think I beat the first game, but I loved just the way it played. It was just like really cool.
Yeah.
I didn't check out any of the other games.
They're amazing. They're so good.
Yeah, that first one I loved it. Just like the crazy wackiness of it, and just like the whole like presentation of it was really cool. Like it was like the cell shading kind of stuff, kind of like how Mad World was too.
Yeah,
that was also another game I really liked. Did he make it? I don't remember.
I did. I kind of hit a point where I couldn't really succeed anymore. But I liked Mad World, and I'm blown away there isn't an HD remaster of that anywhere.
Oh yeah, they need to make that.
That blows my mind that does not exist.
They got to get on that for the Switch.
Yep, definitely. Kind of makes me want to go play.
Yeah, like one of the things I saw.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. One of the things that I saw was the new SMT. Seems like that's going to be pretty cool. I liked SMT4. It was pretty fun. I haven't played Apocalypse yet.
Yeah, I think my brother loves those games.
Yeah, I recently just started getting into them, like with the Persona games and stuff, and then some of the SMT games.
Yeah.
Very, very weird battle systems for those old Persona games.
Yeah.
They really streamlined them for the newer ones.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I have to give that some of those games a try though that I haven't played. Well, anyway, thank you for your call.
Oh, no problem. Thanks for taking it.
It's starting to rain again.
Oh yeah.
Sorry. Better go before I keep
no
talking
problem.
about it. All right, take care.
You too.
All right, that's the end of that. I'm still battling sickness, so I just got really tired. I'm going to take a quick nap. All right. That was just a little power nap. All right. Call in. Our name on Skype is Mega64 Podcast. Oh, I was about to answer somebody. They hung up. Let's talk to Jason. Jason.
Hello. Hi.
Hey.
What's up?
What's up, my guy?
Not much. I was just about to take a little nap too, but if we're, up and ready, I'm ready to talk.
All right, what's your statement?
My statement, wow. The rain, I mean, this might not be, like, very relatable to you because, I know the whole rain thing there is a little different than it is here, but personally, I enjoy sleeping in the rain. It's so comfy. It's the best. It's
sleeping like outside in the rain?
Oh no, not outside, but just, by an open window.
Yeah.
With a nice breeze coming in.
I agree. The rain puts me to sleep. When it's raining outside, I'm like, oh fuck yeah. And I'm going to bed. you know, open those blinds, watch the rain pour down. Let the rain fall down and over me. Anyway,
Absolutely.
did you have a question?
I did. I remember you and Garrett once talked about Dragon Ball Super on the podcast and how you guys didn't really enjoy it. I've been wondering, now that it's moving on in the story and it has like its own thing going on
Yeah.
now, have you guys been catching up on that at all?
No, I haven't yet, but I'm going to soon.
Okay,
I
cool.
was given a Funimation account, and now it's on there, so I'm really excited. So I'm going to watch all of it. And I didn't even get far, honestly. Like I watched a few, and it was starting to get into the Beerus stuff, and I was like, no, I'm not feeling this right now. And now I'm ready. I'm ready to watch all of it.
That's awesome. I really hope you like it. I know I've been really enjoying it. It's been a nice ride.
Cool. Well, awesome. Yeah, I'll let you know what I think of it.
Thanks. I look forward to that.
You're too polite. Something's wrong here.
I'm sorry about that.
You're just a little too grateful. Be a little more sarcastic, a little more hate the world in that voice, you know, like.
Well, I mean, I'm a little upset over the whole election thing. It's pretty shitty. I'm just trying to make up for it with good vibes.
Yeah, well, appreciate that, but you know, we need less positive people. Sorry.
I'll work on that.
I hate to say it. A little more negativity. Thank you. All right, take care. Thanks for your call.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Oh man, I'm getting tired again, man. Derek.
Oh, hey.
Derek.
Hey, can you hear me?
Hey, yeah. Is your camera trying to catch on or something?
Yeah, I just had to accept the call. So I see you now.
Oh yeah. Hey, I'm like dying here. I'm gonna take a quick nap. So go ahead and just fill in for me for a little bit.
Okay, so here's the story of why Hitler was right, if that's okay with you. I'm just fucking with you. Don't.
Okay, tell a positive story.
Okay, so over Christmas, for years, like the last 3 years, I was asking every Christmas. I would ask for the Mega 64 Blu-ray box set collection, and I'd never get it. I didn't have a lot of spare change going to college and stuff to be able to get it, so I just kind of kept asking for it. Asked for it for birthdays, Easter, Valentine's Day, really any major Judeo-Christian holidays like that. And then finally, this last Christmas, our final Christmas under President Barack Obama, I received the Mega 64 Blu-ray box set, and I'd have to say I was pleasantly surprised. Even though after years of watching Mega 64, I'd seen most of the live-action sketches multiple times, I was pretty happy with what I got. So yeah, I had a good Christmas. It was fun. Yeah, 2016 ended well. 2017.
Oh,
see how that goes.
Okay. All right. Enough. Okay. I'm awake now. Thank you for that. I think I was asleep, so I'm not exactly sure if it was good, but I think it was probably good. I felt positive thoughts. Did you have a question?
I think I did. Just let me collect. Okay, so ever since like the most recent generation of consoles has come out, I feel like I've been kind of underwhelmed by a lot of the games.
Okay.
Like there hasn't been as much of a paradigm shift as there was between from the N64 and whatever to like the PS2.
Sure.
And from the PS2 to like the Xbox 360, PS3.
Sure.
What do you think has been the most next gen feeling game that you've played within this current generation?
That's a good question.
Better than Have You Been Arrested, I would assume.
Yeah, no, that's good. Something that like, okay, this is really a next gen game. That's a good question. I kind of felt that with, it sounds goofy. I kind of felt that with Shadow of Mordor.
Mm-hmm.
Because it had that whole Nemesis system.
Yeah,
where
for sure.
I thought, wow, next gen games, it's not really about graphics getting better so much as it's about being more intelligent.
Mm-hmm.
Now, visually, graphically, Uncharted 4, that felt like, whoa, this is a game has never looked this good. This is incredible. That's just purely visual. And then, but in all honesty, to me, it's not so much a game that feels next gen. To me, what is truly next gen now is the social aspect of it. And it's streaming through the PS4. That is where it feels like, all right, this is the next generation of consoles. It's sharing the experience. It's gather round and check this out. That's what feels next gen to me. So, yeah, it's kind of those three things. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I definitely agree with you on the Shadow of Mordor thing. For me, that was the first time I was like, oh, this actually justifies my purchase.
Yeah, it felt like true intelligence was at work.
Yeah.
In a way that it wasn't on other consoles, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed that other games haven't tried it, but...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I have to say it, but the soft engine in Dead or Alive Extreme 3, because that simulated flesh movement and breast movement in a way that was, in past consoles, it was kind of like everything would just kind of move on a timer, like, okay, this bounces for a second, or this does, whatever, play the same wiggle animation. But the soft engine, it feels like, wow, this is real flesh. This moves and behaves like real things. If she leans on a counter, her breasts press up against it, and in a way that behaves like real breast tissue. And and not only that, wait, hold on. I really can't be interrupted right now. And they not only added it there, but then there was butt jiggle. And it would have been easy to just, okay, your butt gets hit and it does that animated, but no, it's real, like jiggle, like it's like fat, like look how fat my arms are. Oh, these don't roll up, but when you slap me, it's just got that little, like that kind of like smackable jiggle, and that's what they have. And it feels so real, and I don't think you could have got that on a previous console.
No, I totally agree with you. I think that not only is it realistic, it's almost better than real life. So yeah, for sure.
Oh, come on. You're overdoing it now. I didn't say that. You're putting words in my mouth.
I'm just agreeing with you. These are my words, not yours.
You are right, but now I feel weird. All right. Thank you very much. Take care. Thanks for your call. That guy put me in an uncomfortable spot. All right. Okay, let's talk to Romeo. Romeo
hey.
or Romeo?
Romeo.
Okay. I couldn't remember.
So my statement is... wait, I can hear myself. Okay. My statement is no yesterday or tomorrow, no better remedy for sorrow.
Beautiful.
Thanks.
Beautiful.
I have a pretty simple question. What do you think about the game Stardew Valley?
There was a joke about Stardew Valley in the new Todd and Aaron video that we cut at the last minute.
Oh, really?
Where we talked about how it would have been better if they got some real dew in there, and it'd be better with a Mountain Dew sponsorship, and they should get some guns in there, and then make the graphics a little more realistic, and then then you'd have a good game. So that's basically what I think about it. Get some guns in there. Right now, it just looks a little too simple. What I think is funny about Stardew Valley is I think that game is, well, it's not a matter of my opinion. The game is huge. The game is super huge, and it's funny because we were right next to their booth at PAX last year, and their booth was like the same size as ours. It was like a little tiny booth on the top floor of PAX. It's like, I thought you would have had like a football stadium size booth, like that was really weird to me. Like Basically, it just goes to show you we're as popular as it. That we're kind of as big as Stardew Valley. We're on the same level, so I felt good.
Wasn't it also made by one guy?
I think it was.
Yeah, Eric Barone, I think his
Yeah, so
name
maybe
is.
he's keeping it simple. Waste not, want not. I don't know.
Yeah, I really love the game too. Playing it on PS4.
Yeah, I haven't really honestly played it myself, but I know people who love it.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, maybe I will. Maybe I will.
All right, that's it, man. Thanks for picking up the call.
All right, thank you very much. You take care.
You too. Bye.
Okay. Our name on Skype is Mega64 Podcast. Call in. Speak your mind. I'm checking Twitter right now. It's starting to rain again. Very violent. Let's talk to, who should we talk to? Oh man, gee whiz, it's getting. I might have to go in a second. I might need to retreat to my warm home because it's getting colder and colder in here. Let's talk to Brandon.
Hello.
Brandon.
What's up?
Hey, what's up? I haven't seen you call in a while.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Been a little while. Do you have an official statement?
I'll just keep it simple, and I'll just say, don't be racist.
I mean, it doesn't get any better than that, really.
Yeah, that's really what it's
don't
about
do
today.
it. Pretty easy, pretty simple.
Yeah.
Some people don't get it. They just don't understand. Don't do that.
Yeah, because I was reading the chat earlier, and I'm not going to name any names or go into too much detail, but some people do need to be reminded.
Some people better get it through their skull. Racism sucks. Anyway, did you have a question?
I had a Metal Gear question. I don't want to get into too much detail or too much depth of our discussion, but just a quick question about something at the end of Metal Gear Solid 5.
Yeah.
When Kaz takes off his glasses and you see he has cataracts and it I was kind of wondering what your thoughts on that were, what that meant, whether what do you think he's blind or what that's supposed to mean?
That's a good question. Yeah, I wonder if he really is. Hard to say. I don't know. I wonder. It's been a while since I played it, so I don't know if that calls in any kind of symbolism or maybe in his current state he's symbolically blind of what's really happening around him. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I was actually reading some theories a little while ago about it. Because part of his backstory is that his mother was a prostitute in Japan, and one of the things that people were saying is that when you have syphilis and when you have a kid, one of the complications associated with that is that the kid can develop photosensitivity and develop cataracts, and part of that is if you're wearing sunglasses, prescription sunglasses, you can kind of mitigate the effects of that. So if part of his backstory was that he had photosensitivity because of that that would explain why he's always wearing sunglasses all the time. That would be part of his character.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah,
I never thought about that kind of thing. Huh? Yeah, I put that out of mind since I beat it.
Yeah.
Interesting though.
Yeah, but yeah, just a little quick Metal Gear question I had. I want to get your thoughts on it, but yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I have no issues with Metal Gear questions on this stream.
Yeah.
Evangelion questions I have answered too many of, but Metal Gear, that's still good in my book.
All right, cool.
Anyway, take care. Thanks. Okay. Call us on Skype. Our name is Mega64 Podcast. Oh, man, I'm getting cold. I'm starting to get... it's like... Obviously, okay, it gets cold, all right, but we're at that point where I'm starting to feel chilled to the bone. You know what I mean? Oh, man. Okay. Oh, man. It's been a long day. Yeah. Let's take maybe one last call. What do you say? Dan Beaver.
You're giving me another shot, and I appreciate it, man. Tell me you can at least hear me this time.
Refresh my memory. Did your call just not work earlier?
Yeah. Well, my microphone was messed up. I don't know. Something's wrong with my Yeti microphone, and it was not picking up on my webcam microphone. I don't know.
Well, your icon says Rocco is best, so I appreciate the feedback. As you know, I am a fragile YouTube personality. I do need affirmation. If I don't get 100% positive comments, I get upset. I block my haters.
Hey, I think out of the group, I think you're one of the best actors. You get into a character and you cannot break it. It's something that I admire. I think that's awesome.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
I was calling because one of the questions that I had was, how do you feel about unlicensed merchandise to not easily accessible things? Like, I know you just said that you don't want to talk about Ava, so I won't get too much into it.
No, it's okay. It's fine.
But like, I got this. Oh, there we go. I got this copy of like some unlicensed weird Ava set that came with all 26 episodes and like End of Ava and Death and Rebirth, and I purely got it out of the End of Ava aspect. I've got a friend that he has the VHS copy of it, but that was really the only other version. So I got this for like $60 instead of $230 for the DVD set.
Yeah.
And not even the movie.
Yeah.
Like, I would totally buy the movie. I would totally buy the series, but it's not a reasonable price right now because it's out of print and
it's out of print and not available anywhere.
So even if they like release it now, I would still, even though I've got this, I would, buy the official content to support the
me too
people. But is there something else that you might have done that with where it wasn't necessarily easily available, but at the time you found an easier way of getting it?
I remember the movie Duel is one of my favorite movies ever. Steven Spielberg movie about a man driving home. And if I recall correctly, that DVD was really hard to find. So I went to all kinds of nefarious means to get other versions of it. I always like to buy the official stuff. But that was one where I had to do that. And honestly, like, Evangelion is kind of the same way. I mean, I have the official DVDs from back when they came out, but when people now want to watch it, it's like, I don't know, pirate it. That's not like available. Like, do whatever you can, I don't know. And The Wonder Years wasn't available in an official capacity for a long time too. That TV show. So I had to get a lot of shitty downloads of that, you know.
Yeah, another one that I kind of just picked up under the same reason is Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes.
Yeah.
That's only going to be getting harder to find because they won't re-release that.
Absolutely. I totally agree.
So, like, I think I saw it on Amazon for $70, and I had a buddy pointed out to me that GameStop was selling it, though I'm not a big fan of going to them anymore, but they had a copy for like $30, so it's like, yeah, that's getting really hard to find for that cost.
Yep.
But, yeah.
Yeah, there's some things that are just, go that way. And, what was I going to say? Shit. I had another example. You know, it's hate to say it, but Star Wars is kind of at that point. Like, I just want the original cuts of Star Wars, and I have to like do nefarious shit to see them. You know, so I don't know.
Yeah, I've never actually seen the original cuts. We had like the special updated DVDs cuts, and I'd never seen Star Wars, and I kind of back in high school. And I kind of took a week and was like, okay, Monday I'm gonna do New Hope. Wednesday, Return of the Jedi. So in 1 week I watched all three. It's like it's such a huge pop culture film. I gotta watch them all.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Shit. About just that. Oh yeah. I just feel like that's money on the table. I can't believe they haven't made an effort to put that on a mass scale yet. I don't know. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I do have the original VHSs. Yeah. Anyway, sorry, you were saying?
I was going to say one last thing or question. I know you and Sean were talking a lot about merch in the last night's cast, and this real niche group here. But in the past 2 years, I've gotten really into wearing bandanas because I called in the other day saying I live out in Minnesota, and in the summers it gets really hot here. Well, like 103 or 5, but then the humidity just is killer with that. And then in the winter, everyone knows it gets really cold here.
Yeah.
And so like what got me started was I was working one day and it was like 108 with the heat index of like 120. So I knew I was in for a scorcher, and I decided to wrap the bandana on so that way I could keep the sweat out of my eyes so I'm not wiping my forehead all day. And then it kind of just stuck throughout the year. And then it came to winter time, and I was like, oh, this is actually keeping my head warm now instead of just keeping me cool. So it's something that I just started getting really into it. But it's crazy how, crazy but not too crazy that there's not too many places that sell bandanas.
Yeah.
And like different designs, and it's just like the standard paisley.
Of course.
And then even if I do find a cool design, it's like they kind of printed it like it was supposed to be hung up in a square or a frame or something like that, rather than be folded across the diamond pattern.
Yeah.
So like a big fan of the circuit board.
I had one like that. It was for Ghost Recon when we did a commercial for Ghost Recon. They had us do one that had all this technology shit all over it. Anyway.
But and then this one I'm wearing is I traded some stuff with a friend who gets Anime Crate. But I guess where I'm going with all this, would you guys consider maybe making some kind of bandana design? Everything's always more awesome or badass with a bandana, right?
Would people out there want a bandana? That's the question.
Yeah.
I can say that's definitely been brought up before.
Because like you guys were saying, your merch, you always have really cool designs and bring something different and interesting to the table. And I think it's the wizard shirt where you got a few different things going on in the clouds that could be something cool. But yeah, the biggest problem there is it is extremely niche, and I don't know.
That is a good point.
I would, I would personally love to buy a few off of you guys. I know that they'd be good up front.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to think about that kind of stuff.
And then all the other cool designs, it's always flipping dogs. They ruin it for me.
The what?
Like bandanas for dogs.
Oh!
Really
I thought
cool
you literally
bandanas
saw
that
a flipping dog, and I was like,
oh,
what?
no.
It's like, that's a cool stunt. What's wrong with that?
No, just keeping it PG.
All right, well, thank you very much for your call.
Hey, thank you for giving me a second shot.
Yeah, no problem. I'm glad it worked out. I'm glad you made it out of hell.
Yeah, you have a good night and stay dry.
You too. Take care. Well, he was telling me to stay dry because of the rain, but I don't know why I told him to stay dry. Because that could have been kind of a weird comment. You know what I mean? Stay dry. Maybe I don't want to stay dry. Well, might be hitting the old dusty trails after this. I got some friends that got Resident Evil 7 early. And I'm just looking at their comments on it. I'm very curious about this. I'm going to ask them a question. Real talk. Is it a ton of annoying ass jump scares? I'm asking about Resident Evil 7. Real talk. Is it a ton of annoying jump scares and lame horror stuff? Or does it have good Resident Evil atmosphere? Okay. Because I feel like they're marketing it like any other horror movie. You know what I mean? I wanted them to do something different with Resident Evil, but I'm scared they might have turned this into an American horror movie, you know? And I can't fucking handle it. It scares the shit out of me. All right. Let's talk to Brett. Brett.
Hey.
Brett?
Hey.
Oh, Brett, I'm dying here. Oh, man.
I
gotta stretch, man.
I'm on the shitter.
What?
I'm shitting. That guy that just called, he wanted to say something to you, but he just beat around the bush.
No, I'm not gonna spend time on that. Dexter.
Hello.
Dexter, is it like the TV show?
I guess. Wow, I never heard that joke before.
Fuck you.
Thank you.
I'm just messing with you. Sorry about that. Anyway, did you have a statement to share?
A statement?
Yeah.
Just like in general or about a certain topic? I just barely got on, so I don't know if you have a
Yeah, just go ahead and give like a cool statement, like like an official statement.
I think we all should just have good vibes with each other.
Nice.
There you go. That's my statement.
All right. Did you have a question?
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I just got on, so I know you guys have been streaming all week. I don't know if anyone asked you this question yet, but what kind of has been your favorite music throughout the year, this past year, I should say?
2016?
Yeah.
Not a ton of music this year. It goes in waves for me. Some years, some years I gain a ton. Not talking weight, I'm talking music, and then some years I just kind of under a rock. Last year, only really a couple things came to mind. I really liked M83 put out a new album called Junk. That was kind of like, they're an electronic group, sort of. And this particular album sounded like it was like a lost album they made in the 80s. And it was great.
Oh, really?
I loved that. Please go find that. M83 Junk. And then the other album I liked was honestly Jack White put out a big acoustic album. A compilation of all his acoustic shit from over the past decade or however long, 15 years. And it was great. It was really, 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 really good.
Cool. Yeah, I recently started listening to him. He's not too bad. I like his stuff.
Yeah, I dig him.
It's good. Yeah, for me, it's nothing that has really came out this year or this past year.
Yeah.
Because most of it's just kind of garbage.
Yeah.
Pop music or whatever.
Yeah.
But recently this year, I started getting into the Queens of the Stone Age.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And they're probably one of my favorite bands right now. I constantly listening to them. I don't know what I usually don't really like music like that, but for them, I just really like it for some reason.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, Queens of the Stone Age is a band they're the most no bullshit band.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like they're the only rock band that does stuff on the level they do that's no bullshit. There's no it's full it's all transparent, and there's no gimmick there, so I don't know, I like them quite a bit.
Yeah. I hear where you come from because there's a lot of kind of like metal-esque bands like kind of like them. Like, I don't know, like anything, if you put on like Pandora or something and you try to listen to Queens of Stone Age, it's just like they play one good song and the rest are just these random bands that like I don't even know, I can't even think of one right now.
Yeah.
Like Alice in Chains or whatever. It's just like
Are you the man in the box?
I don't know what that means.
I don't know any more lyrics from Man in the Box. I was going to continue, but I didn't.
Is that a song from them?
That's the Alice in Chains. Yeah, isn't that an Alice in Chains song? I'm the man in the box. Dun, 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 dun. I think that's them.
Maybe. I don't know. Someone in the chat would have to confirm. But yeah, them, Queens of the Stone Age for me, and then I don't know, just other music. Like my brother-in-law, he's really into music too.
Yeah.
But he likes more mellow stuff.
Sure.
Like he's big on the Bob Marley and stuff, which I think is okay.
Can't get behind that. No.
Not really.
Not a reggae man.
Yeah, me either. But once in a while, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I think, in moderation, I guess you could say. But like he likes stuff like Alabama Shakes. Listen to them. I don't know if you ever heard of them before.
Yeah. Not into that either. Personally.
No.
Personally.
Okay. Yeah. For me, I can get into a lot of different music. I'm pretty good with whatever, as long as it sounds decent.
Yeah.
But like stuff that just like pop music, newer music, country music, or like a lot of rap, I just can't get into either.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, I'm hip hop I walk a fine line with. I don't think any hip hop is good right now. I don't like any that's out right now. But there's a lot of like early 2000s hip hop that I love. But I can't think of anything in hip hop I like right now. I like the Roots. I think they're a great band. Shit. Who else? Juicy J is kind of fun. Who else in hip hop? I don't know. Really not a lot. But I guess I could say that about rock too. I mean, everything I like in rock is connected to Queens of the Stone Age. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's all like old stuff for me. Anything that's recent is just kind of whatever, unless it's like a band. Oh, did you listen to the new Gorilla song that just came out?
I did, but I kind of felt like, all right, pick up the pace. Like I'm ready. Let's drop a banger, And instead it was kind of like sad. It wasn't bad though. I'll give it a shot. Or I'll give it another shot, I should say. Their album's going to be great. No way around it.
Yeah, a lot of people so far that I've seen, at least online, have not liked it at all.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's not going to really... Maybe it'll reflect more on the album. Maybe the album will be different from that.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I'm still excited for it.
Yeah.
Because I've always liked them.
Yeah. I love Gorillaz.
They're good. And then you heard of that rumor Daft Punk thing that came out recently too?
Yeah, I don't buy that for a second.
Yeah, me either. I watched the video. I was like, I can see how people can buy into this.
Yeah.
Because like the video itself is posted by just some random channel with a bunch of numbers, and in the description it had just all like binary code like 110111. I'm sure they just did that to make it look strange and weird, but I don't think it is real.
No, I think every time Daft Punk has actually done something, they've been very forthcoming about it. They haven't hid things in their website that I know of, so I don't know.
So if they're actually doing it, they're going to say it, kind of thing.
That's what I think. Yes.
That sounds about right.
Or they'll put a commercial on TV, and then you'll know it's them.
Right. I wish it was real though. Liking music, I haven't been to a lot of concerts, just because here in Arizona you don't get there's not like a ton of bands coming. There are a few, but nothing I've really been interested in spending a ton of money to go to.
Sure, of course, yeah. That can be hard sometimes that they don't go to your area, but if Daft Punk doesn't come to San Diego, I will throw a fit. I already heard that they were playing Coachella with David Bowie.
Oh, really?
Do you think that's still going to happen?
Maybe. I don't know. It's possible. With technology today, it's totally possible.
Hologram Bowie with digital Daft Punk? Yeah, hell yeah.
throwing some Tupac in there as well.
Absolutely.
Just everyone who this past year, just a big tribute band. Form a giant tribute band with everyone who passed away.
Yeah.
And make an album out of it. There you go.
They're working on a new album with Nile Rodgers again, supposedly. Where did Sephiroth hear that rumor? Because, man, that'd be great. I kind of wondered after Random Access Memories if they were going to make another album with that sound again. But if they do, man, I'm down with that. I loved that album.
Oh, yeah. That's definitely one of my favorites of theirs. The next two, Discovery.
Yeah. I totally agree with that, yes.
That's probably, that was actually, like, I listened to Daft Punk, but I was like, oh, yeah, that's pretty good. But, like, that album dropped, and I was like, oh, man, that's awesome.
Hell yeah.
Because, so much different from, like, well, it wasn't too different, but it was just, like, I don't know, it was awesome. I just wish there were more albums like that today. They're hard to come by.
Yeah, sure.
So for me, I've just been really trying to rediscover older music. Like Queens of the Stone Age, for example. A lot of their older albums are really cool.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm always trying to find more because, with Apple Music, I have everything basically.
Yeah, me too.
But it's almost like when you have everything, you have nothing. You know what I mean?
That's your statement. There's the statement of the night.
There you go. That's my new statement.
Well, thank you. Thank you for your call.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for answering.
Take care.
You too.
Yeah, I agree with the chat. Daft Punk should get weird again. Or give up and do something different. I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. But I wouldn't complain if they did one like Random Access Memories. That's all I'm saying. I didn't think they would. Oh, man. I need to get some sleep, I think. I love Daft Punk's new funk style. I agree. I disagree with Mighty Lulzor. Enough people are giving us electro. I like what they came up with. They had to think outside the box with their last album. They made an electronic album with no electronics. Essentially, my favorite track not my favorite, but one of my favorite tracks on that album is Motherboard, because they basically made an electronic game or an electronic song, but out of like organic materials and water. So good. Any updates from RE7 Friend? Yeah, I asked if it was a lame horror movie. They said the game has a RE1 True Detective Season 1 atmosphere. There's minor jump scares, but not annoying. No lame high-pitched music cues. The demo is a good indicator of how the game is. Dark rooms, filthy items, and a sense of dread. Feeling of being watched. I don't know what to think about that. What do you guys think about that? I'm not sure. Update on the Jared Thorbon in the chat asked if I had an update on my Rez shirt. Some people may have seen this, maybe not, but yesterday I streamed I finally got my package from I Am 8-Bit. I ordered physical Rez merchandise. And, God, sorry, my brain is working really slowly. But physical Rez merchandise that I must have pre-ordered it in August. And it only showed up last night. But it was such a surprise. So I unboxed it on video and all that stuff. The thing that held up the order was, I guess, the vinyl record box set that they sold. Took forever to make. So anyway, finally got all my stuff. The t-shirt that I pre-ordered, which those came out in September, and they told me they were holding it until my order was done. They said, "Oh yeah, well you ordered a double XL shirt. Yeah, well we'll ship it when the rest of your order ships." Okay, but people bought them in September. Like, they were on sale at your PAX booth, and I almost bought them there. But you're saying I'm going to get it when this other stuff ships? Okay, that's fine. All right. The shirt did not show up. So I contacted them yesterday. They contacted me today. They're out of that shirt. It's gone. But I guess they are trying to make more, and they're hoping I'll have it next week. So even when I got my stuff, I didn't really get my stuff. Oh, man. Yeah. But if I get it next week, all right, fine. But it's still like I could have bought that shirt at their PAX booth and had it in September. Like, man. Did I order the Power Rangers vinyl? Yes, I did. A long time ago, before we knew what was going on with the res stuff. And now I'm wondering if I'm ever going to get the Power Rangers thing. How much? What are they asking? How much? Why am I saying that? What are they asking? Like there's another person in the room talking to me right now. How much was what? I don't know what you're asking. Oh, dear. Yakuza 0 on Tuesday. I am all about it. I am going to play the shit out of it. Thoughts on the Power Rangers trailer? That's a good question. I don't think either of these trailers have been as bad as I have expected, to be honest. I think the designs of the movie are fucking terrible. And so that kind of cast a dark cloud over it, and it made the whole thing look like, man, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. I haven't thought either trailer has been as bad as they are a little bit lowest common denominator, but not as bad as they could be. It's not going to be a good movie, let's be real, but the trailers, what I've seen, it's been okay. My main issue is nothing has a face. And what I mean by that is, I wrote the other day on Facebook somewhere that everything looks lifeless and boring. And I think I commented on, I think it was there's a guy who has a great channel, a YouTube channel I really like, Bruno. He has a Power Rangers channel, or figures. It's just about the toys, figures. And that's what I collect. But anyway, he was saying, like, why are you calling the designs lifeless? Like, did the Japanese dinosaurs have life? They were pretty lifeless, weren't they? Or, the other designs that great, or, whatever. And here's what I mean by that. And this is what I said. The Japanese designs work because everything has eyes and a face. Do you know what I mean? The Dinozords are big, bold colors with big eyes and a face. The key is the eyes. Because it's a cliche, eyes are the windows to the soul. Every Zord has a big ass face with big eyes and aesthetically pleasing colors and design. And if you notice in this movie, nothing has a fucking face. Everything has this. Everything is this. Everything is a visor. Everything is a... I look at the Dinozords and they're masses of metal with 6 legs or something. Like, I don't know what I'm looking at because you're looking for eyes. You're looking for a face. And Japan is good at that. That is characterization. That is something you connect to. Even though they may not have personalities necessarily, they have character. Nothing in the designs of the new movie have that. So I'm not saying the movie can't be good or that dooms it, but it's so fucking uninviting. Goldar doesn't have a face. Alpha doesn't have a face. You see what I'm saying? None of the Zords, the Megazord, none of them have faces. Even the helmets are all black. You know, everything in the movie looks evil. Does that make sense? Everything in the movie looks evil. Everything in the movie looks like the evil thing that the real Rangers would have to kill. So it's just off-putting. So I understand, it just creates an atmosphere of ugh. Now, I think Zordon looks great. Alpha, the design is horrible. And I saw the toy and it looked horrible. And I saw the artwork and it looked horrible. In the trailer, when it's talking with them, I actually didn't think it was that bad in motion. I didn't think it was that bad. I was surprised by that. But Zordon, I thought, looked great. I like that he kind of is a little bit mobile. And it's Bryan Cranston. Bryan Cranston fucking rules. I don't care about Rita either way. Like, she's fine, I guess. But, the designs of the Zords and stuff are just so bad. I don't think it's going to be good, but I laughed. This new trailer, I laughed when we're all screw-ups. We're all screw-ups, guys. We're all just screw-ups. That is so disingenuous. Just trying too hard to market something rather than just be something, Power Rangers was unabashedly, and that's what made it good. Power Rangers was unabashedly itself. Whether you thought it was dorky or not, we don't care. Because we're the... I'm in a fucking Zord, It was goofy, but it took itself seriously. Goofy and serious together. That's Power Rangers. This just looks serious. But it could be cool. I don't know. But I thought the trailer could be worse. Could be better, but it could be worse. I'm hearing a lot of noise. Just want to make sure we don't have a leak or something, because I'm hearing all kinds of noise. Anyway, if I made the plot of a Power Rangers movie, it would be if I could make the plot of a Power Rangers movie. Dude, I'm hearing some scary noises outside. Well, if I wrote the plot of a Power Rangers movie, it would be... That's a very good question. I would film it as real as possible. I really liked how Shin Godzilla took that approach where it felt real. But, you know what I mean? Where it's like almost shot through people's cell phones. It's almost shot like a documentary. Like real shit is happening. Ladies and gentlemen, CNN breaking news. There's been an incident on the moon. Something has landed on the moon. What is that? We're going to attempt to open up this canister that we found on the moon. And it takes years to get humans back on the moon, maybe. It follows that. They open it up. They release this evil space queen. And what I would do is I would shoot it all realistically, as if it's really happening, documentary style. But I would have everything be as ridiculous as it was in the show. Imagine the real world as it is right now and how they would react to Rita Repulsa, like from the show, landing on the moon. She lands on the moon. She's got twisted hair. All the monsters look as goofy as they do in the show. Better suits, you know, maybe Jim Henson Company and shit. They're all there, but it's Squat, Babu, Goldar, Finster, all these fucking twisted creatures in a thing on the moon. Imagine filming that as realistically as possible, and everyone is going, what the fuck is going on? There are fucking goblins on the moon. Like, how is that possible? And then teenagers get selected to be Power Rangers, and Zordon looks like he does, and Zordon, you know, in the show. I would keep things true to the show design-wise, but I would shoot it in the most realistic way. And then what you have is, what that creates is, you don't have a gritty Power Rangers movie. You have a goofy fucking movie filmed seriously. Goofy and serious. Serious and goofy. As I said minutes ago, those are the two ingredients of Power Rangers. And that's how you bring it into a 2017 context. The original show was filmed goofy. It was goofy, but it took itself seriously. And this would be that in a modern context. Filmed ultra realistically, documentary, real shit, but everything is fucking goofy. The Zords are just as colorful, and there is, I mean, you could still hang shit with strings, but I think the Zords should be men in suits. I don't think they should be CGI. I think the monsters should be all physical. No CG. But if it's all that goofy, but filmed that serious and taken that seriously, I just think you would have that perfect blend of serious and goofy. Anyway, that's just my 2 cents on it. And of course, the Green Ranger would show up. I think Tommy would be in it from the beginning. And I think what would be cool is to show the movie and have Tommy in it from the beginning, but it's like he's just their wimpy ass friend. And it's kind of disappointing. It's like, Tommy's in this movie, but we're not getting the Green Ranger. Like, he's not part of the movie at all. And then at the end, the twist is he's been infiltrating them the whole time, learning. It's kind of, if you've seen Evangelion, it's kind of like how sorry, a spoiler. It's kind of how like the last angel is a human. Because that's the most delicate and vulnerable thing you can do is be on the level of the other teenagers and learn what really hurts them and learn what really affects them. The last act of my Power Rangers movie would be that guy finally revealing who he really is, and he fucking morphs, and that's the last thing they have to fight. And it's like, holy shit, we have to fight one of our own friends. And maybe he has a moment of like, my whole purpose was to kill you, but now I'm scared to attack you. I have this Dragon Zord, but I don't know what I'm going to do. You know, so and then maybe he turns and maybe he becomes good. You know, I don't know. But I would have the monster of it. The real appeal of Power Rangers is the monsters, honestly. And I would not have the movie. This new movie, I think it looks like it's all Rita and then maybe later Goldar. I think it needs a silly monster like Eye Guy. If you had a really disgusting Eye Guy or Mr. Tickle Sneezer or some bullshit. Pudgy Pig! It would be that big ass pig. And he eats the food supply. You can't get a better monster than that. Anyway. That's what I would do. Or maybe some pumpkin wrapping is about to happen. Welcome to my pumpkin patch. Perhaps you'd like to play some catch. All right. Well, should we end the stream? Should we take some more calls? Does anybody else want to call in? Name on Skype is Mega64 Podcast. Oh. No, I think I might end it. I think I might end it. I'm just getting the same two callers, you know. Not that I don't want to talk to them, but I know they've called in before. So I think we need a new influx of callers, you know. So, you know, if we get it, maybe I'll answer some, but I'm thinking maybe it might be best to do it on another day. We'll do one last call because I don't recognize this name. Juniper.
Hello.
Juniper.
Oh, shoot. Sorry, wrong number.
if you're still watching this, I don't know if you can see me or what. This is all fucked up. Real quick, before I go, I just wanted to say, if you have enjoyed these streams, I want to remind you, if you have Amazon Prime, because you have that, you can use Twitch Prime, which is basically they give you a free subscription every month. I'm telling you, it's the easiest thing in the world. If you haven't done it, you get a free subscription every month to whatever YouTube channel you want. Hit it on this channel. It gives us a little bit of funding, and it costs you nothing. If you already have Amazon Prime, it costs you nothing. Click that button. That has helped us so much. It really, really does. And it really is like it doesn't cost you anything. So if you like the streams, it would be cool if you did that. If you don't want to do it, don't. If you want to do Patreon, we got the patreon.com/mega64. That helps support the show. I love that too. If you want to get some merchandise, shop.mega64.com, that helps too. But no matter what you do, we appreciate it. But I bring up the Twitch Prime thing because it's right here. You've been watching streams all week. It's right there under the stream or wherever up above. It's just so easy. I just want to bring it up because so many people don't know what's there. And it really is like cool. Like that has been a really positive thing for us. So do that if you can. Also, more self-promotion, sorry. You link your Twitch account to your Amazon account, and then you get a free subscription. And you give it to us, and Amazon funds us. Doesn't come out of your pocket at all. However, I wanted to say, Sunday on the Mega 64 podcast, this is a little bit of a preview. We are going to do a new podcast. It'll be Sunday night, 6 p.m. Pacific. We are going to, when that goes live, we are going to have pre-orders for the return of experiment sweatshirts, which people keep wanting to come back. It'd be nice if we had like hoodies, but we don't have hoodies right now. We're working on it. Anyway, sweatshirts, the experiment sweatshirts, we're going to have a pre-order. We haven't done pre-orders a lot in the past, but we did that around Christmas, and it seemed like it worked out so people could get what they wanted. We're going to do pre-orders for that as well as pre-orders for a new shirt, a brand new shirt design that has never been seen before. So it's stylish. Wow. It's one of Sean's new designs that he's been working on with somebody else. So anyway, if you have the chance, watch the podcast. And if you want a new shirt or the sweatshirt, the pre-orders will go up. And then, after you pre-order, you get them a few weeks later. We're trying to pre-order so people get what they want. And we don't order like too much of the wrong size or not enough of the size people actually want. So anyway, check that out. That's another great way to support Mega 64. However you do it, we thank you very much. Anyway, that's all. I'm going to be back on in probably 30 seconds for more fun. So stay tuned. Fuck, these fucking microphones.